Morning, Turbo. How are you? We're just waiting for it to go
Morning,
live on YouTube.
I'm not too bad, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I've had lots of sleep, so I've got lots of energy, and I'm in a really good mood this morning. Thank you.
Good.
Right.
Good.
Sort it out on your
How's everybody
YouTube.
in the chat?
I think they're all fine,
Say that
actually.
again, sorry.
I think they're all fine, actually. Morning, Mackie.
Good.
Morning, Jamie. Morning, Mark.
Yeah, morning, Mackie, Jamie, Mark, everybody in the chat. Hope you are all good. Right, guys, I'm just going to literally start, as always. What we are talking about today is obviously something that we want to make sure everyone is respectful and mindful of in the chat. Please bear in mind, everything we do talk about does affect people in lots of different ways, so keep that in the back of your mind, guys. But me and Vicky have said today we're going to start off talking about the COVID vaccine, as I had it on Monday, and it affected me yesterday, and I know some people are for it, some are against it. So if it's all right with Vicky, I'll go through my experience, what I had with it, and then if anyone wants to jump on and give their points of view, more than welcome.
Good morning, Alan. We're just talking about because Turbo had his COVID vaccine the other day, and he was just saying the effects of it and things, so that we can put a few people's minds at rest. I know of a good friend of mine yesterday who had his vaccine, and he basically said to me last night that on the early hours of this morning as well, that he feels fine. He had no bad side effects either. So we want to put that out there as well, because like I was just saying to Turbo, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, I'm not a pro-vaxxer. I'm just a little bit concerned because they don't have enough information. And that's my own personal opinion about the matter. But there's a lot of people out there that have differences of opinion. So that's why we're going to be talking a little bit about it, because Turbo's now had it. So he's in a unique position here.
Yeah, I mean, I was not wanting the vaccine, to be honest, on Monday. Most of you guys know I am battling bowel cancer and I have radiotherapy every Monday. So when I went on Monday as normal, they said the only way I could carry on with treatment was to have the vaccine. So obviously I had the vaccine. Now, for those that aren't familiar with how radiotherapy affects you after, basically, when I have radiotherapy on a Monday, a few hours after, my legs, my arms will start seizing up, and I will get tired. I'll feel really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like lazy, lackadaisical sort of thing, and I'm normally in bed for about 8 o'clock after. When I had it on Monday, I slept better on Monday after the vaccine, but yesterday, my head was not normally as it usually is. I felt spaced out a bit. I felt I kept losing my voice a little bit, and I was struggling to keep concentration. But today, I seem to be back to normal. I slept really, really well last night. And that is the only effects that I have had from the vaccine. Bear in mind, I've only had the first jab, but it has not caused me any significant side effects, which I am pleased to say. And also, Mrs. Turbo, my partner, she's had it because of her job and obviously my treatment. She works in a care home for people with severe disabilities. So she has to have 3 COVID tests a week as well. So she's not suffered any side effects whatsoever. I suffered a little bit, but that could be a mixture between the radiotherapy and the vaccine. I have started some new tablets as well yesterday, so it could be a concoction of all 3. But if there's anybody out there that's had the vaccine or that is wanting the vaccine, that wants to put their opinion across, or anyone that's dead set against it and wants to say why, please let us know your thoughts and feelings on this, because it is a
I'm
subject
going to put in
that's
the link for the chat anyway, so
brilliant.
eventually, so people can jump on if they want to, and because it
Yeah,
is all part of discussion, and we're all about free speech on this channel, as long as it's not hateful speech.
exactly, well said. Alan, how are you doing, my friend? Fact, yeah, that's correct, Alan. Should be entitled to individual choice, fact find, then decide. But obviously, this pandemic is something that has literally took the world by storm. There's so many conspiracy theories and everything that a lot of people have touched on and stuff. And this vaccine, I think if you get offered it after taking it myself, I think it would be, this is all in my opinion, it would be beneficial. But obviously, everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Hi Marie, hi Moggy, how are you
Hi,
two
Marie, love.
doing?
Moggy, how you doing, my friend? Hope you all good. But I mean, Vicky, like you said, you're on the fence. You're not anti-vaccine. You're not pro-vaccine.
No, I'm not.
Obviously, you've heard. Yeah, so you've heard obviously my effects after, and you said somebody else that you're friends with, they've had it.
Yeah.
And I know you've told me how it affected them. Do you want to let everyone know, obviously, what you told me, how it affected them as well?
Well, he said because I was a bit worried about him, and he was messaging me about CBD and other stuff, and we were talking about the vaccine, and he said, "Oh, just to let you know, I had it. I'm feeling no ill effects. I'm feeling quite good, and because he wants me to have the vaccine because of my heart condition and everything else. He thinks he's worried that if I was to catch COVID because of what I went through with the flu, he's quite concerned about that, and he doesn't want me to get really poorly with it. So I think he's trying to like talk me into it, which I don't mind people like trying to sweet talk me around to having it, but I am going to make up my own mind, obviously, because I'm a strong-willed individual. But the only issues I have with it is because of how I reacted to the flu jab this year. Now that was nasty.
Yeah.
It was really, oh. So if I'm thinking that they adjusted it somehow this year, and I don't know, they won't cop to it what they've done to it this year. If they'd have turned around and said, well, we've added a different strain of this and this, I'd be like, oh, okay, fair enough. But if they put like a small amount of COVID in there, possibly to see how people would react, I don't know whether that's legal or not, or whether they're not allowed to say. But that would put my mind at rest.
It would a lot as well, I think, to be honest. But I'm not sure the laws on anything like this. I mean, if anyone does have insight on the law, whether they can just put strains of it in or anything like that, please let us know. You know, because this is new to everybody, as all in, you know, so exactly. So, but only you can decide.
Yeah, I mean, I will make a decision, but I don't think I'm in any rush to make a decision, am I really?
No, to be fair, I mean, in my opinion, you should be one in the priority group like myself.
I've already been offered it 3
health
times.
Conditions, and I think anybody. Oh, have you?
Yep, they've been really hassling me hard about it, and I'm like, what, are they trying to get the numbers up? Because my GP hasn't said a word. It's been other people that have been bothering me about it, and I'm like, whoa, hang on. You know, I want to like make up my own mind in my own time. If people start pressuring me into stuff, then I'm just going to like say F off, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's how I am as a person. I do not like being backed into a corner ever. And it shouldn't be the way. And if they're approaching people in that way, I think that's totally wrong, because people are scared enough without being hounded, you know? And I think that's completely wrong. If they'd have come to me saying, oh, we think you should have it because of your underlying health conditions, we're a bit concerned about you, and said it in that sort of tone, rather than a wicked stepmother type of thing, then that's how it felt.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I felt like I was I was blackmailed into it. Basically, they gave me a choice to stop my treatment or to have it. And
Oh,
I
they
said,
can't do that, really. Come on now. That's
exactly.
blackmail.
And
Oh,
that's
that's
what I
out of
thought.
order.
And
I'm sorry.
no, I was actually in the hospital long yesterday, Monday, because I was like, well, I don't really want it because I don't know anything about this vaccine. They gave me a little flyer, an A5 or A6 flyer, whatever it were, with a helpline with the if you get any side effects on
Yeah, but
it and a
it's a
bit
bit
of
late after,
information.
though. It's a bit late after you've had it if you've
Yeah,
got side effects, isn't it? I mean, what are they going to do? Zap it out of you?
exactly.
Hardly.
And all they give you as well is a card saying you've had the first jab and then
Well,
obviously
oh
the
yeah,
date for the
because
second jab.
you've got to have the second one, haven't you? So
Yeah,
I suppose, in a way, that if you were to react to the first one, then you're not going to have the second one. But then I don't know how it all works then, because
I mean, I don't know anyone that's had the two of vaccines yet. You know, the both the jabs.
Is it the
AJ
AstraZeneca one
has
you
got.
had? Is it the
Pardon?
AstraZeneca? Is it the AstraZeneca one you had? Because I think there's two
Um,
different ones that you can have, isn't there?
it's not the Oxford one. It's the other one.
Yeah, that's the AstraZeneca, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't know the proper name. It is in my wallet, the card, but like I say, I
Yeah,
had a bit of problems with losing stuff yesterday.
yes, somebody lost their wallet. Which is not good because you guys know that if you lose your wallet, you lose your bank card. You use the bank card, then you can't pay for anything anywhere because people are a-holes because they won't accept cash.
That's it.
Especially
That
where
is it.
you live in a small village as well, don't you? Which you don't have, like, I'm lucky living in London because there's loads of shops around and that, and there's lots of different places you can go. But a person like yourself, snowed in and that, wow.
Yeah, it has been a bit of a ball ache, but well done, Jamie, for that, and thank you, Marie, for subscribing to DJ Vix's channel. Much appreciated that from
Right.
we will be doing these twice a week, guys.
You right, Marie, anyway? And I've noticed you've been coming in on a regular basis, which is fine by us. Hi, Scott, darling. Hi, Jay.
Welsh,
hi, Welshie, darling. You all right? How are you this morning? And how's the weather in Wales? You only use cash? Well, you're lucky because in London, half the time you can't use money anymore.
Yeah,
I know that, Scott. Thank you. Morning, Tony.
Yeah, most places are trying to make you use card only now. I've noticed that, and I've always been one because I earned my money from fighting, not always legal fighting as well. I only ever used to use cash. I'm trying not to dig myself a hole. Obviously, I was self-employed as a fighter. Yeah. So, yeah. But now it's like really.
I actually think, though, the statutes of that have actually passed. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, I have said it before. I mean, most of you guys know I used to do unlicensed fighting as well. So I only really used to deal with cash to try and keep the tax man away.
Hey, Alien. How are you, darling? That's another Patriot sister. Hi, GTR. How are you, sweetheart?
Ollie, I might try that.
Well, I'm glad everyone seems like they're in a really good mood. And like I said, if you want to jump on and talk about the vax, please try and keep the language to reasonable because it is morning time and there are kids about. I know
a PG-13 level.
I know I'm probably the right one to talk because I'm probably the worst swearer on the planet, but I'm giving it a good go. So if I can manage it, then you've got an ear infection. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart.
There's not. there's nothing worse than an ear infection and toothache. They're the two worst pains ever.
Oh, actually, I can think of a third. Having an ear infection
So
and
sorry.
a toothache, and then having you in their ear going, that'd be... Because you do talk rather loud.
That'd be torture. Yeah.
I'm only pulling your legs.
Used to make me laugh. No. I used to do home deliveries for Wix, you know, the DIY store. And I used to go into all the stores in South Yorkshire every day, like Sheffield, Rotherham, Barnsley and Doncaster. And they used to be like, turbos, yeah, they could hear me before they saw me.
Hi, Sean. How are you, darling? God, we've got a house full today.
Hey, Sean, how you doing, my friend?
It's not even, it's 20 past 11, so that's cool.
Definitely. Thank you, Jamie. You're a top man.
That is not a bad thing to be on, Alien, actually, because that will sort you out pretty quickly. So I'm into like vitamins and alternative medications and that, and I think that would be very good for you.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
How long have your ears been bad? I mean, you might need to have antibiotics, but you might be able to get rid of it yourself. It all depends how bad it is, darling.
That's it.
So, Jamie's left
Tony in the chat, sorry.
Yeah, Tony's in the chat. I saw him a minute ago.
Oh, sorry, Tony. I missed you. I hope you're good, Tony. I've just seen Jamie plugging your channel, so I hope you're good, my friend.
I'd already plugged Jamie sort of left off where I started because I started plugging people's channels, and I thought, oh, the room's filling up. I better stop because that wouldn't have been fair on you. So.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean,
if any of the other mods want to plug channels, fair enough. But only the channels which you know that I'm okay with, and you know which ones I'm not. So,
DJ, there's a couple backstage if you want to let them on. It's up to you.
So I've been on YouTube, haven't I? Sorry about that, guys. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Morning, Scott. Morning, Grant.
That's my new name. My new name now. That's it. My new name.
I wondered who Grant was.
Grant Mitchell.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what? I love rap. You know, I really do. Yeah. No. Because I'm Ian Spill.
I think somebody's got their volume turned up on YouTube, by the way, because I'm hearing different noises. I don't know whether that's the case or not. Pardon?
Can you not hear me?
Can, but not very clearly.
Oh,
it's very, very quiet.
Let me I'll come back in.
No, it's all right. We can actually hear you. It's not a problem.
Can you hear me better now? Maybe I'll hold it to my mouth. The Bluetooth.
Let's see if I can turn you up a little bit. Try and speak a bit more.
Yeah, hi. I can't, because even on my actual tablet,
So
I'm not even seeing.
I've just turned your mic up a little bit because you can do that in StreamYard. So I made you a bit better.
Maybe I'll come in and out. I'll try.
No,
you can do that.
Yeah, you don't have to. I've turned you up a bit, so.
Yeah, you can hear me, yeah.
Yeah, well, I can hear you fine.
Yep.
Okay,
and so. Oh, I've been fine, Scott. Thank you.
Oh,
and we've got Phil Mitchell back in the house.
Oh, you mean Grant Mitchell? Phil will be his cousin, I think.
No. I'm teasing because on his live yesterday, we were both arguing about being Grant, weren't they? Him and Can't Beat the Weed.
Oh, was it? Right, okay.
Yeah. No. Everybody was saying that I'm Grant and Ian's Phil because Ian's a pisshead.
Yeah.
Very true, actually. Oh, there are two Maries in the chat. Oh, that's going to be interesting for me because I'm probably going to screw up.
Yeah.
Hi, Marie C. How are you?
Have we got three Maries in?
Oh, I hope not. that would be
Marie Riley. I'm just looking at the comment that says Marie must be 3. From
no,
Marie.
no, I think I've only seen 2 Maries because I've got a pretty good memory. So the people's names, and I only saw 2. I'm pretty sure. Unless you want to start
You've got a
calling
better
Mob
memory than me.
as well. Oh, that's not hard though, is it, darling?
Morning, freedom fighter. Morning, Shauna. Marisi, I've just got out of bed. Sod it.
Yeah.
How are you anyhow, Turbo?
I am good. I am a lot better. I'm recovering better from Monday. I was literally just about to ask you the same and ask you your opinion on the COVID vaccine, mate.
I'm good. For my opinion on COVID, I am going to keep it short and sweet because that's how I like it. And I think because it's mate, with this vaccine, mate, right? We could talk for years, mate, about this vaccine. You know what I mean?
Of course we could.
And you know, and also it could also, you know, it can kill a conversation, or it can make a conversation. You know, it's all depends who's listening and who's involved. So, but my honest opinion, mate, me and my son won't take it. Do you know what I mean? Over my dead body, we would take it. But it's everyone to their own. You know what I mean? It's like you've had yours today. You know what I mean? It's and you know, it's how you feel. You know what I mean? You should not feel pressured, right? Just because 10 people on YouTube saying, "Oh, do not take that vaccine. Do not take that vaccine." You know, if you want to take that vaccine, take that fucking vaccine. You know what I mean? You
Exactly.
do as your own. You know what I mean? Because you are your own doctor for your own body. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Like, nobody knows your body better than yourself.
Yeah. And you know that's all I've got to say about it. Me really. Yeah. I won't have it because I don't. In myself, I don't believe in it. You know what I mean? It's like I've never had a vaccine in my life, so it's yeah. I've done all right so far.
Chopper, I did get your message and thank you. It's very sweet of you.
Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing good.
Hi Bonnie.
I do want to ask you something though. Whereabouts are you in? If you don't want to put it in private chat, because I reckon me and you are close, Turbo.
I'm actually in Rotherham at the minute. My gym's in Sheffield. Right. Yeah, I'm literally.
See, I tell everyone I'm in Barnsley, right? The only reason I tell everyone I'm in Barnsley because I got Barnsley Council as my council tax, but I actually live right in Rotherham myself.
Oh.
And other day you said where you mentioned what is it where you were, and I thought, do you know what? I bet he's fucking close to me, you know.
Yeah, well, what you'll have to do, mate, is get my number off Vicky, and we'll have to arrange after this lockdown for a meet.
Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. Yeah, man.
We might have a bromance going on here.
Me personally, mate, I think you're a top guy. You know what I mean? It's fucking and what you do on your page. You know what I mean? It's like you're helping people get fit again and stuff like that. You know, and other things. So I do think, you know what I mean. You've got a good channel and you're a good guy yourself, mate. So yeah, man.
Thank you. That really means a lot. That really does mean a lot.
Mate, do you know if someone's do you know what, right? In my eyes, if someone's doing a good job, mate, you know what? And if I see it, right, I'll always praise them, mate. That's the way I am.
You're a lot like me.
Everybody needs to know, right? If they're doing a good job, do you know what I mean? They need to know. Do you know what I mean? Cheers. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You're doing a great job. You know what I mean? It's just that bit of support in it. You know what I mean? It's gets you a long way.
A million. Oh, bless you, man.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries.
I think Jay's just brought up a brilliant point, and this is what I have a problem with, is that they've got no they're basically putting their hands up saying, oh, we're going to jab you, but if you get ill or you die or you get any effects, it's not our fault. Now, I don't think we're supposed to respond to that.
You see, also,
exactly. Especially when
also,
you sign a waiver.
Yeah, no, see, I'd never do that. And also, you see, right, with this vaccine, well, any vaccine, right, in a normal world, a vaccine takes 12 to 15 years to pass.
Yes.
12 to 15 years to pass its whatever you want it, bollocks, what it wants to do. But you know what? This vaccine, it's been passed in 6 weeks.
6 months, wasn't it, in total? But
you know what I mean?
It was terrible, and it still is. But the vaccines in other countries, I mean, what was it? The one in Australia was making people have HIV positive symptoms as well. What is that about? Another one, what other country was it that went bad as well? So if other countries are like feeling the ill effects of things like that, then it's not making it any easier. But then if people are being blackmailed into it as well, that's not on either.
Yeah.
Well,
it should have been your choice, Turbo. They shouldn't have said, "Oh, we're going to stop your treatment if you don't have the vax." I mean, they can't be doing that.
They can't stop his treatment. You know what I mean? He's fucking.
They actually threatened to yesterday, wasn't it? Or is it the day before now?
Monday.
The day before,
Monday.
Yeah. They can't do that.
Yeah,
well, they did.
See,
you know what? Human rights.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm going to say what's happened to human rights lately. Since this COVID vaccine, the human rights literally, in my opinion, have gone out the window.
It's gone, mate. There's no, as it stands now, what is human right? Because you know what? None of us got his own fucking say no more. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't even take your dog out for a walk and sit on fucking grass without coppers coming up to you. Saying, oh, what are you doing? You can't sunbathe. You know what I mean? So it's like, as it stands now, it's human rights. They've gone. They've literally gone.
Definitely.
It's bonkers, right? But, and to be honest with you, do you know what? In my eyes, the next 10 years, it's not going to get any easier. Is it? Fuck. It's going to be worse in these next 10 years. Because we just.
Are you going, mate? Sorry, sorry, Funny.
Sorry.
Scott, if you're going, mate, you take care, my friend. Thank you for joining us, my friend.
Scott, mate.
Scott, you was actually fine. I actually turned your mic up. We could hear you fine. So if you want to come back in.
Yeah.
I could hear him. Man, come back in, Scott.
There's nothing wrong with your tablet at all. We could hear you fine. And like I say, I can adjust your mic settings in the actual StreamYard.
It might be just me. I'm a loudmouth bugger.
Oh no, it's a lot loud. Yeah. Oh, you are staying on. Okay, well, if you want to come back in and talk, you can do. We can hear you fine. So
yeah.
Anyway, Turbo, a quick question. How are you feeling? How are you feeling now then with this vaccine? Then have you had any side effects or and what vaccine have you had?
I've had the opposite one from the Oxford one. I can't remember the name.
AstraZeneca.
That's the one. And I had it on Monday. Obviously, the effects I've had from it made me really tired, more than normal after radiotherapy. It did make me feel a bit spaced out, like I was stoned. And I were quite forgetful. But apart from that, there was nothing major. I wasn't sick. I didn't have diarrhea. You know, I didn't eat on Monday. I did not eat anything at all. I couldn't eat. But apart from that,
can be normal though, can't it? That could be.
It can have to
this is it. But I gotta say, this could be through you, you know what I mean. So how long does it normally take then? Do you know for people to get these? Because I know you do see it on people, on people that see you say. So I don't listen too much, but I think I've been told there's a group out there somewhere, about everyone's who's took these vaccines, and it's they're getting twitches in their legs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
hi, local.
I've heard some horror stories. That's why I was not really wanting the vaccine until it had been tested. But me and my partner both had it, and basically she had no side effects whatsoever. She was just a bit more tired. But apart from that, she's had none. And like I said, I've only had basically same as my radiotherapy, but a bit more intense, like sort of side effects. Yeah. So, but that is just how it's affected us. Part of the reason we wanted to come on today and talk about this is obviously it's a massive thing, and we wanted to see if anyone else had had it and what their experiences were, or just like the thoughts like yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't mind me asking.
My son's is 8 end of this month. Is 8 on 20? Is it 8 on 28th?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think. I don't know. It's a weird one, mate. Maybe it's hard because I've got a thing. I've got a big thing about government. Me, I've never ever trust government in my life anyhow. So it's hard to it's hard to take a vaccine, right? When you I'm not going to go into details, but it's like you hear all these stories, what's in these vaccines, and what in that vaccine, and then that vaccine. It's like I don't know who I can trust them more. You know what I mean? So in my eyes, do you know what? I feel fine in myself. So it's like, you know what? Yeah. I'm not taking it.
Well, that's it.
Hi, society. You right, darling?
And where I think it was Jay Ollie just. Oh, sorry. Hang on, I can hear myself.
Hey, we got 2 turbo.
Oh no, one's enough. How are you, Scott, darling? Anyway, you okay, Scott? Earth to Scott.
Has anyone else? Hello, Turbo. Are you back?
I'm back.
Has anyone else in the group in the chat had vaccine then, or?
Well, I heard from Cornish this morning, and he had it in the end, and he was saying that he's had no ill effects either, and he's doing fine. So that's he's very. Let's see if I can sort him out. Hang on.
Just to touch upon that, I think it was Jay Ollie that said in the chat that it takes 3 months for the side effects.
What?
I think it was Jay Ollie. So if it does take 3 months for the side effects, it's something that's quite worrying.
Yeah, innit? Because mate, it should be happening straight away. So you don't know what's got, mate. You don't know whether we're 3 months or whether you're in hospital or not.
Well, that's it.
Scott, if you do want to come on, you're going to have your mic on.
No, how are you, bro?
He's telling me your mic's not on, and I can't add you to the stream unless you turn your mic on, sweetheart.
See what CRTX has put on. Start dropping polls on your channel. You will see your subs rise. Trust me, yeah, man. Do you know what? I don't know how to do them either.
Do what?
CRTX says start dropping polls. Do you know, like people where yes or no stuff like that. Start dropping these and in your channel, and you'll see subs rise. Trust me.
Oh, how do you do that, Society? Because that is something I want to do anyway for the fights.
Do you want to jump on Society? And I know you're a bit shy.
quick post and select. Thank you.
We got an auditor. What's Shy?
No, he is. So this is the thing. I didn't realise that, but he's a really All right, I'll drop the link. Hang on.
Yeah, man. Go on.
Until you get to 1,000 subs. Oh, so you need to be able to do that at 1,000 subs, Jamie says. So.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Exactly, I agree with that. It is way too early to tell. They're saying like 3
I know he's great, Moggy. For goodness, I wasn't having a dig at the guy. I was actually praising him. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, he is a top man, Society X.
The next time I see him, I'll kiss his feet if you like. How's that? I know. I love Society X, and he knows that as well.
Now Sober, how are you, pal?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
What do you mean you didn't know that? Of course you knew. I actually said that to you when we were going to team up about the mental health stuff. You've got a short memory, pal.
Who, me?
No, Society.
Oh, I'm gonna say. All right.
You've got a short memory, bloody hell, Turbo. I tell you, think something one day, and you think, when did you tell me that? I said, about 3 hours ago. Oh, okay.
I'm like that though. If someone told me something like today or yesterday, you know, I've got more chance of forgetting. But then I can go back to when I'm 4 years old. You know what I mean? It's like, but then it's like, an hour ago. It's like, what did you say? I can't remember.
So you're saying your short-term memory shit, but your long-term memory's spot on. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot like me, though, Tony. My short-term memory's always been quite bad.
Jay, that's a bit of very true, but he's saying COVID-19 has cured old age, flu, common sense, and most of our freedoms. Fucking hell. Very blunt, but true.
Yeah, he does talk the truth, Jay. I've got a lot of love and respect for Jay. He's a top man.
Right. Morning, Society. And have you sorted out your mic, Scott?
Morning, guys. I don't know if you can
Morning,
hear me.
Society.
Yeah, we can
Morning,
hear
mate.
That's a shame about the polls, because it's big news on the internet that it's there's something wrong with it and it's increasing everyone's sub count. But I didn't know you needed 1,000 subs. That's a shame.
Somebody's just put you need 1,000 subs in. Obviously, your 4,000 hours watch time. So that's obviously when you're monetized, isn't it, that you can do it?
Yeah, I didn't know that was restricted. Yeah, so
it won't take long, will it, to get to that point?
No, if everyone clubs together. Everyone clubs together and helps each other. Yeah, no problem at all.
I've been plugging all the small channels in America and other countries as well, because I do go into other sites that have started to know me quite well, and they've been plugging other people's channels. So it's getting there, but it's taken a bit of time. So I've been concentrating on everybody else's channels. I've sort of like been forgetting my own. So I'm going to obviously go to the Patriot sites and start plugging my own channel, which I think I should start to do.
Yeah, spread yourself about, get yourself about, and
that's it. Jamie, you take care and pass on my love and respect to your mum, my friend. Hope to see you soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Send her my love, Jamie, and I'll speak to you later, sweetheart. Okay. Hi, Paul.
See you
how
later,
are you?
pal.
Hey, Paul.
I know you heard me on Upstates last night. What did you think of it? That was the first time I've actually been on his panel, and I was a bit nervous, to be true, because one Brit in a room full of Yanks is a little bit like, oh my God. I thought I did.
But the Yanks love the British.
Oh, I know that. They actually like the lingo, so, and they actually understood it, which is quite good as well. So, but I watched a little bit back. And it's quite informative, because the guy that they had on was talking about CBD, because he owns a lab and that, and he was talking about different strains of this and that, and he might be coming on the channel soon. So that would be good if we can hear from him.
That'd be good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's always good to hear from American side, especially with weed and stuff like that, because you know they're so far in front of us, aren't they?
Well, to do with like upstate, because he's been dealing with PTSD a lot longer than me, and he explained it in such a way that I could understand what he was saying, and he's better than a therapist in my opinion. And ever since I've been talking to him, I've got my head around my condition a lot more quicker. Because when I spoke to my therapist yesterday, she was like, "Oh, you sort of like changed in the way you're talking now." And I'm like, I said, "Well, I understand it a little bit more now because I've been speaking to a lot more people with PTSD and things like that." She said, "Oh, that's brilliant for you."
Yeah. That's best thing. This is why I've come on YouTube, because you know I suffer with mental health really bad. This last 12 months I've been in a good place, but you know it's like there's I'd like to share my coping mechanisms, and you know get other coping tricks off other people. You know what I mean? It's like helping each other out, because like I said before, government's not going to help us. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about mental health. It's going through the roof. It's the biggest death in world.
Absolutely.
So obviously when me and Vicky team up, sorry, I was saying when me and Vicky team up, we are talking like mental health. So it is good to have people on like yourself that do suffer with mental health, and like you've just said, if you could give out some of your coping mechanisms and help somebody else, and they give you, and you know it goes round, and
yeah, definitely.
This is all about. When me and Vicky team up, is to help people with mental health. Like Paul, you're saying you've got PTSD as well. You know, this is something that myself and Vicky suffer with as well. If you ever want to come on, give your experiences or how it affects you or anything like that, mate, you're more than welcome.
You see, another thing and all is I know a lot of people, right, what suffer with mental health problems and other problems, and see a lot of people won't even take medication. You know what I mean? It's because see, I've already started taking medication myself, so it's I'm very funny with stuff like this. You know what I mean? But it's definitely it's always good to work out what does work for you and what don't work for you. And definitely sharing. It's like when I get stressed, it's like I've always got a bag of ice in my freezer, and if I get stressed or if I know I'm getting irritated or like that, I come in the freezer and I get 2 ice cubes and I put them in my fists and I tense my fists.
All right.
Some small so like that. You know, it helps in. So massively in different ways. It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Grant makes some brilliant points. I'm wondering if anyone has a thought on what actually causes all this mental health across society, because it seems that widespread.
Trauma.
It's definitely trauma. You know, it's everyone's life, you know, from being a baby, you know what I mean? It's from being a baby till how old you are now. You know, guaranteed, right? Every single person, right, has been through some kind of trauma, or they've seen some violent things, some nasty, horrible things. And you know what, right? Yeah, it might not think it's not got to affect you, but you know what, right? Years down the line. Right, if your mind's not in the right place, right, that can overtake, right, and that can destroy your life. You know what I mean? It could even take it could even take your own life. You know, and I think it needs to stop.
I think that with the trauma, it has to go over a certain point. Like from my own personal view, like for my first 2 attacks, I didn't get any I had trauma, but it wasn't like it is now. After the 3rd time, that just tipped me over the edge with all of the other stuff that happened in my life. It all like built up, and I was getting flashbacks from every single little thing, and my body and brain just could not cope with it. Even though I'm very stressed, it was just way too much for me. and it's coming through in other ways, which I wasn't aware of.
Yeah. 1 second, Luca. Mad respect to you, Luca.
Luca, yes, same thing and all. Do you like my new name, Grant? It's like that all the time now, mate.
But
what
like
about
you said, it took 3 attacks for you, Vicky. Before
it's actually been more than, it's been 3 rapes, but more than that in attacks. So it's been a lot of shit. But you guys, I mean, I will tell my whole story eventually, but you guys know a little bit of it, but not all of it. And because I'm going to be doing like video diaries when I go through my treatment, and it's obviously going to go through everything. But I mean, it's not that I don't want to talk about it, but it's just so much.
You do it in your own time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard. It is hard. And Paul, I'm sorry to hear that. But it does take something. Obviously, when I got stabbed, I was on a roller coaster ride ever since. Then I lost everything. But
you also gained everything too, didn't you?
Pardon?
You also gained everything too, didn't you? You gained your missus now, Little Miss Turbo, your life now. You've gained a lot of knowledge. You've gained a lot of good friends. You've got your channel.
See, Turbo, that's
you are.
Turbo, that's another good medication and all, you know. Your kids, that's a great medication, that, you know.
That's it. I love spending time with the kids, especially the littlest ones, because they'll do more things. I've got a 13-year-old, well, he's 14 at weekend, and he just wants to play on his games and that. But right, guys, I am going to be going in 10 minutes to get ready for my live at 1. I do want to thank everyone that's joined in and joined in the chat. If there's anything anybody wants to ask me personally before I leave, or about the call,
it early today. It's not even midday yet, Turbo.
I know I've got to try and sort out the bank as well.
Oh yeah, you said that. Like I say, if you have any problems, let me know, and I'll sort it out through mine, and I'll go down to my bank and sort it out for you. And
bless you, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hopefully, I can get it sorted.
Well, you should be able to.
Does anybody think
I'm going to keep the stream going anyway, so I'm going to keep the stream going for another hour, and then people can jump onto Turbo. So.
I'm not going live. The destruction of the family. Does anyone think that has played a part in the society's mental health?
I do as well.
Yeah, definitely could it, because it's like when your kids, it's when your parents are breaking up and stuff like that. It's all torture, isn't it?
I've been doing a lot of research into the actual what is going on, because my difficulty is to say, I've got mental health, and then they say, well, no, actually, you haven't got mental health. I think, well, everybody seems to be suffering something.
Your videos when you was on the crutches, and you went down there, and the police were called because they wouldn't let you in, and that was terrible. Yeah. What actually happened with that in the end?
Not well. I rang them up and started asking questions, and they were just so rude, to the point where she said to me, Jamie, you are wasting your time. That's what she said. You are wasting your time. Wow. And then we had lockdown.
How is your life wasting your time? Ridiculous, isn't it?
They wouldn't answer any questions. They really just took offence to it. So I do have a plan to go back. I'll tell you, the plan is to go back with an olive branch, a literal olive branch, and a aerial view photo. Me and Marty Blackborough's been down there with his drone, and we've got a load of aerial footage, and we're going to print out a picture of the place and put Society X YouTube, kindly donated by Society X at YouTube, get it all framed up, and we're going to turn up there and say, we've got you a gift and an olive branch, and we want to get a group together, a service users, to discuss how we can work together better. Okay.
Well, I think that's a good plan.
I actually wanted to discuss something with you, because I'm going after social services in another way, and social services is responsible for the mental health side of things as well. The fact that they've screwed me over with the mental health side of things, and they screwed me over in regards to adult social care, if we teamed up and went after them together with what we both know, I think that could be big thing.
Without a doubt. I mean, I don't know if you know my background. I am social work trained as well. So I am trained in that field, and I've got a lot of information in it. I was going to be a social worker until I realised that they wanted people who wanted to be social workers for the state and not for the people, and that's a fact.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is an absolute fact. I can prove it. I've lived it, experienced it, and you
I
start.
won't believe it.
You know what? It's not nice, is it? You know, working for the state, taking kids off, breaking families up.
It's not what people go into social work for. The people do not go into social work for that, but they soon realise that's the only way you get in social work. So let's say at the degree I was on, I'm guessing rough numbers, 110, about 110 people joined that degree in year 1, and at the end of year 3, when it was graduation day, I think there were 12 people there.
Wow.
So what's failing there? Is that 90 people that just want good enough, or is that the
90
system
people not good enough for the system because it was got to take the kids away?
You know it. It's like, are they going to stand up for the parents? Yes.
But it's not just that. It's got 3 sections.
I've been quite lucky, me, because I got reported last year for being about being a bad parent. And what was it? When social come out, I was in a bad way mentally with my health. I smoke a lot of weed, and and they come out. I explained to them, I'm under mental health. I've got I see a regular key worker at the time and stuff like that, and they was happy. Do you know what I mean? It's like, look, we can see his son's happy. We can see he's well fed. You know, he's got you got food.
It's all about
stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's all about
and anyways, what is it? Because you won't hear from us again. Because we think Kane's sound like so.
Yeah, and it's true that all social workers are not bad. They really are not. I've seen some absolutely wonderful people, but they have rules to follow, and there's no leeway. Yeah. You know,
they say coaches as well, don't they?
Their manager says
Scott, I'm so sorry to hear that, my friend. Scott, my heart goes out to you. You're a top man. If you ever just need somebody to talk to, you can email me anytime, pal. My email is turboflighthope@gmail.com.
I can't see any of the comments, but Scott, give me a ring anytime, mate. You are a top guy.
Yeah,
you really are.
Yeah, it's same here, Scott. Do you know, Scott? I kind of know how you feel because I lost my daughter at birth. So yeah, it's it is hard losing kids.
It is. Very hard.
And especially because you know I keep saying it. I've said it for years. You know, parenting is one of the hardest jobs in the world, and it's unpaid. You know what I mean? It's unpaid, and it's the hardest job in the world because every single day, right? It's a learning. It's everything's different every single day. Yeah, you might do the same things, but you might do the same things parenting, but it's. Every day is a different day for parenting. It always is, and it always will be. But it's still beautiful, though. Oh yeah, it's the best. It's the best thing. It's the best thing in my life. You know what I mean? It's like I'd never change not being a parent again. Do you know? It's like I love it. I love being a parent. You know, my little boy's a little shit half at times, but you know. Is my little shit. Do you know what I mean? Is my little shit. Is a mini me. You know what I mean? He's got the same because he lives with me full time. So he's got my attitude. You know what I mean? So yeah, he does me head because sometimes we clash, but that's because he acts like me. So
yeah, that's the same with my 13-year-old. He's a mini me. The only difference with him, he's into his football rather than fighting.
The actual thing, Society, I was going to talk to you about with social care and that is because there are like 3 sections of social care, isn't there, as well? Like there's the adult, which is carers and things like that. You've got the mental health side, and then you've got children and families. Now, I've got experience with
and older people.
Of those.
Yeah.
You see,
So
I'm
I've got a unique perspective for that. Because I put myself in there.
I'm in the middle now. The DJ and Turbo. I'm in the middle now. Getting. I'm wanting. I've asked my mental worker because I want adult social care because I say I struggle on a daily basis. Me, do you know, like paying bills and stuff like that? Because normally. I was with my ex for 6.5 years, so she did all that kind of stuff. And before my ex, I lived on Fair. I lived on Fair. Lived on Fair for 6 years. I used to work for Tucker's, J.R. Tucker and Son, around Yorkshire and that. So I've never been really into paying and stuff, you know, sorting bills out. So yeah, that's what I'm in the middle of now, getting adult social care help.
Well, I'm not sure whether they help with things like that. It's more of a
no, it's, they help with things like that. Stuff like that.
I know, but because of the funding at the moment, and with what my lawyer was saying the other day, because they've suspended part of the Care Act, which they've done that on the QT, by the way. They're very limited on the services they can offer. So what they're doing at the moment is restricting it to people that really need, like, the physical side of things. So I mean, if you need help like that, obviously I'd be able to help you if you want help.
Chopper,
right, guys?
Not Chopper, not Chopper. Scott, can I just say something, mate? You're welcome, mate. Anytime. My name's Tony, by the way. I'll just put Grant up. It's like a joke kind of thing. Because me and my cousin have got apparently look like Phil and Grant. But yeah, I've got a page. Tony Dixon. I think.
I'll put the link up.
I think Freedom Fighters already put it up, like, so yeah, man. Come and have a look, mate.
Yeah, go and check out Tony Dickinson's channel, guys. Right,
Turbo. No, I'm going to pull you back there, mate. It's Tony Dixon, not Dickinson.
Oh, sorry.
Mate, and you know what, Turbo? I've had that all my life, mate. All my life.
You know something?
It's like,
are you an Anthony or a Tony?
Tony.
I'm a Tony, and everyone calls me Anthony. I get right annoyed.
Same me, mate. See, I was named after Ice Cream Lady. So yeah.
My mum only picked a girl's name. She wanted Tony with an I.
My parents wanted a girl, but they got the devil.
Yeah, like mine.
Oh, come on now. We're not
Right, Turbo. Anyways,
off, guys. I want to say thank you so much to Society X, obviously Tony and djvix. This has been a great chat today. I want to say a massive thank you to obviously Paul, Sean, Scott, JR, Chopper, everybody in this chat. Marie, 1, 2, and 3. If we've got 3.
I'm going to carry the chat on for a bit anyway. So
yeah. So I just want to say thank you, guys, and it's really respectful. I will be going live at 1 with the Family Fun Fitness, but take care, guys, and I will see you very, very soon.
And
thank you to you too, Turbo.
Message me.
You're welcome, Turbo. Nice chatting to you, mate.
And you.
If you can message me as soon as you can if you need help with the bank, because I need to get down there before 2. Just sort that out for you.
Thank you very much, darling.
Oh, anytime.
Cheers. Take care, guys.
Oh, you're welcome. Whoa. It's going to be a little bit quieter in here, but I'm sure we can all handle that. How have you been in your society? Because I haven't really seen you about recently. You've been all right?
I haven't been all right pain-wise and just trying to deal with just personal issues. We're getting there. We are absolutely getting there. I'm in a much better place now than I was previously. So, yeah.
Have you ever tried CBD oil? Have you ever tried CBD?
I have tried. Yeah.
And did it work for you?
No.
Did you try a few of them, or did you just try the once and sort of like give it up?
I just tried it once and gave it up. Yeah, it cost me 25 quid for this little bottle, and
See,
I didn't like it at all.
I was. It doesn't taste very nice, but one of my mods sent me just a normal bottle of hemp oil, and it helped a little bit. And then I got a different one, and they were saying that they think it would be better with the THC in it. So now I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to go down that route, there are different ways of you can get this liquid now, which would be just like the THC and the RCH or something as well, with the CBD in it, something like that. Anyway, I've got it written down, and it'll work out a lot cheaper. And if it's going to stop my seizures and that, it's got to be well worth it. But that might be something you might want to look into. If I've been waiting
for surgery since March. I'm hopeful that I can get pain free with some surgery. You know, it's the MRI showing that there's swelling on the bone. There's things that they can do. So he said, yeah, we'll get you in. We'll get this sorted. This is March. I mean, what are we in now? It's nearly a year. You know.
I know.
Wow, bloody hell, that's a long time, that, isn't it?
Yeah, just like, waiting around.
It's like with my therapy. I mean, I got attacked June 2019, and I'm still bloody waiting.
Yeah, I ring them up, and I think within the first 2 seconds, I heard COVID 10 times. You know, I'm like, yes, love, COVID. You know, what can we do?
It's it's a sort of subject that, and you know what I mean. It can go violent very quick.
Well, I'll say it as I see it. I don't see no clapping for NHS. I really don't see a clap for NHS because there's so many other people that have not received services, and they don't seem to have made amends. You know, or you could change.
I agree with you because I know people. Right? I know people, right, what are dying, right, through other things like cancer and other diseases, right? But on the death certificate, it's saying they died of COVID, but it's not. It's not true.
I'm not worried too much about that. I'm more concerned about these children getting diagnosed with terminal illnesses and they're suffering alone. Well, can we not have exclusive hospitals for COVID, exclusive hospitals for? I don't know. I'm not really trained in it, but I think there's more that can be done so that these children are not suffering alone. It's just shocking.
It's terrible what they're doing at the moment because, like, I was supposed to see a neurologist, and they had the cheek to blame it on me because my appointment was when I was getting interviewed by the cops of my attack, and I called them and I said, look, I told them what had happened, and left it on their answer phone and everything, and they only had the cheek to turn around and say to my GP I couldn't be bothered to turn up. When I'd literally just been assaulted at knife point, and they had the cheek to say that to my doctor. When I told my doctor, he went crazy because he thought that I just couldn't be bothered. And I said, look, speak to the cops. He said, oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. I'll sort it out for you. But for them to turn around and say that I couldn't be bothered when I was literally in hospital myself getting treatment for being raped, I mean, that's... Oh, I was so pissed off.
I'll bet. That sounds awful. Sounds extreme. And did you get that resolved in end?
No, well, I've now got an advocate who's been looking into the case, and she said the police have already done an investigation, which doesn't surprise me because I keep on seeing the bloke. I bumped into him a couple of days ago, and he was like 8 meters away from me, and I nearly had a heart attack. So knowing that he lives around the corner from where I live, bless you, by the way, I need to get away from here for a while. My uncle was saying I'm come up to Manchester for a couple of months, get away from London for a bit, but I'm not sure whether running away is the answer.
If it's not running away, if you're just going for a break, I didn't know you were going through such trauma. That's horrendous to you.
No, I've been sort of like dealing with it on my own, and it's got to a stage now where I physically can't. And I'm getting triggered a lot by different things. And because of that, and my one of the counsellors at the centre keeps on noticing, and she keeps on ringing me on a regular basis to make sure I'm okay. And the fact that she called me yesterday to say, look, I'm afraid the treatment's going to be delayed again because of different COVID rules. She said, I'm sorry, but we can't do anything about it because it's the government. And I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. It's getting to that point now where what am I supposed to do? I mean, stop my life? I don't mean it like in a final way, but
yeah, I understand it. Like it's having your life, isn't it? It's taking too much control of the things you want to do. Yeah.
But it's just simple things like being able to take Leo to his favourite park, which I'm not going to be doing that anymore because, like I said, I bumped
Leo,
into
your son?
several
Is that
times.
your son?
No, that's my working dog.
Okay, Leo's a working dog. Right.
Yeah, he's my seizure alert dog, and that guy was lucky because Leo hates that guy with a fiery passion, and he doesn't hate anybody apart from that guy. And he started growling. I thought, what the hell is he growling at? And then went round the corner and bumped into him face to face, and I'm like, oh, that's what you're growling at. And he nearly broke the lead. He was pulling me that hard to get at him. And I'm thinking, yeah,
Did
that
you
is
just keep
definitely
walking?
the guy. But I was in my chair at the time, so I had to like draw him out, and it's a right bloody nightmare. But he ran off. So I know it was him, but the police aren't going to accept that as evidence, are they?
No, djvix.
Yeah.
djvix. I'm going to go, me, because I'm going to get showered and get dressed, me. So.
Okay.
So
Enjoy your shower.
I'll if you're still on, I'll come back on after.
Okay.
Take it easy, mate.
That's it, too, CIX, mate. Nice speaking to you, anyhow, mate. It's yeah, man. Appreciate that. And CIX, keep up your good work. Wrote rest of them, Mighty Blackburn, and Live Free, and Sherlock Jones, and that. Yeah, man, you do a great job.
Cheers, mate. I'll pass it on. Thank you again.
Yeah. Cheers, pal. See you all later. Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
I will do.
I don't know whether or not you've been told, Society, as well, that I've been working with the PTSD camp in Bristol. You know, the one that Active Patriot and the Little Veteran have been part of.
Well, I'm a big fan of both of the guys you've mentioned. Yeah, have you been down there?
They've invited me down there, and obviously I'm going to accept their offer on that. You're right, God bless. How are you, sweetheart? And I think that'd be quite good to get involved with that, because like this is a charitable channel, and when I do get monetized, it's going to be going towards them, the
Brilliant.
veterans and the homeless as well.
Brilliant.
But I'm really serious about going after social services in a big way, because I don't think they're doing enough. I really don't.
Yeah, I think we have to be careful in the words that we use.
No, I don't mean. Yeah, I mean going out legally, going after.
Yeah, but raising awareness of problems within the system is a great way forward. We should do that.
The fact that I had to literally go to a lawyer just to get assessed, and I hadn't even had the assessment yet, and I went to see the lawyer in December. I shouldn't have to go to a lawyer to get an assessment. It's ridiculous. Because I had carers in the past, and I haven't had them for 2 years because of they said financial stuff, which is ridiculous.
So I don't know a lot of your history, Dish. I'm just why do you need carers? Have you obviously got health issues? I'm
in a wheelchair. I've got hip and back issues, and I was born with a hip condition. I'm epileptic. Lily, lay down, please. Good boy. Lay down. That's my working dog throwing toys at my head. He wants to play, bless him. So I've got a hip condition called CDH, which I've had a hip replacement, but it didn't work. I've got chronic back pain as well. I've got curvature of the spine, sciatica. I had a head injury back in 2005, which caused my epilepsy. I'm light sensitive in my left eye, so I can't tolerate bright light. I black out all the time, as well as having seizures as well. And both of my feet, I can't put flat on the floor. So when I transfer, I have to either wear special shoes or it's just a lot of health issues going on there, so I need help in a lot of ways. And I used to have carers twice a day, and they used to help with the housework as well, and that was every day. So I went from that to having no help at all, and they think that's acceptable.
And how long ago did that happen? So when you went from the 2 days to nothing?
I've been waiting 2 years.
So you've had no support for 2 years?
Yep, and they think that's acceptable. I've also, my boiler hasn't worked in 2 years, 10.5 months. So I've got no central heating either.
And who's your landlord?
The council. So you can imagine I'm really, really pissed off at the moment with my council, rightly so.
Yeah.
But they know all about it. I've seen their, when I went down there last, I looked on their computer, and all the times that they've reported my boiler, and they said that I'm waiting for a new one, but it slipped through the cracks. But even then, they still haven't replaced it. Even with all the snow going on, they know I've got no heating at all. The only hot water I have.
In a property now. Are you in a property now with no heating and no hot water?
The only hot water I have is for my electric shower. If I didn't have an electric shower, I'd be completely fucked.
Okay. And how you're heating your home?
I had to buy small heaters from Argos myself. The council wouldn't even come out and give me heaters, which is illegal as well.
It sounds really unusual, because the council have got a legal obligation, and usually councils are all over that. So I think
I'm going to be
privately prosecuted.
Oh, it's already been done. I've got, like I said, I've got an advocate, a lady from the rape trauma centre has set that up for me, and she's going to be an advocate for all of it. But that isn't the point. I shouldn't have had to go through all of this with all the other stuff I've got going on. My
I'm just thinking practically to try and get that resolved. The boiler one should be an easy fix, shouldn't it? Really, that should be easy to get resolved. But the care needs.
Have
you had a needs assessment?
No, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it now, and like I said, I saw my lawyer in December, and I'm still waiting, which is a bit of a piss take, I think, that I've had to get legal aid to get social services to even sort some things out, even though I've actually done like a self-referral. My GP's done a referral. The hospital's done referrals. There's so many people that have done even the rape counselling centre done a referral to social services, and I've been ignored at every turn. So what is their massive problem? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I think we need to find out the reason for that. Yeah, I'll absolutely pass on my number, and we can talk privately if you think it'd be useful.
I think it would going on because of the fact that it is affecting my mental health, and you've been affected by it as well. The more people all over the country that have been affected can band together and come up with ideas and ways of going forward to make it easier because we don't want to be a pain in the arse to these people. We want to give up ideas.
That's right. Just navigate it in the correct way. Yeah. I am going to cut us off. I have got someone waiting, so I do need to go out. But pleasure talking to you, DJ.
I will put my email address in the actual chat anyway. I think I've done that before. If you email me, we can sort out.
I'll do that.
Each other privately and sort that out. And even if we have to do an audit on it, I mean, I'm not an auditor, but I don't mind doing the once.
Once lockdown's over, we can do that. Yeah, we'll do it.
And it needs to be done for other people, because I'm surely not the only person, and you're not the only person either. And the more, like I said, the more people we get from other councils as well, and people have different experiences, and then we can come up with solutions rather than more problems for them. And I think they'd appreciate it in the long run. To have people.
I think it's a better approach to have people working together.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, if we can achieve that, we'll have got somewhere.
Well, I don't hate them for it, but I would just want them to, be a bit more mindful about what they're doing, because a lot of people would have given up or done something worse, which, at the moment, a lot of people are doing that, aren't they,
We need someone to jump on so you're not left on your own.
I don't mind being on my own. I don't mind it at all. But if anyone does want to jump on it, it's fine by me. But I don't mind doing it on my own. You have to be like that when you run your channel.
Jump on.
Okay, I'll put the link up again.
How are you managing to see the chat? Have you got a separate device going as well?
No, I'm literally on my laptop, and I've got YouTube and StreamYard running at the same time, so I can see both, which is all right. It's one of them things.
Just seen there's a comment section here on StreamYard, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, but you don't always see all the comments eventually on. Yeah, I'm aware about a solicitor. Turbo's sorting that out for me. I've spoken to a couple, but I want this sorted now to get it resolved, and then that's the next step about sorting it out that way, because I don't want them to get away with it, obviously, because the amount of time I've waited is ridiculous, and I don't want them to think they can do it to other people, because this amount of time waiting is ridiculous, isn't it?
2 years is disgraceful. The heater is on the heater as well. That's disgraceful as well. If you're in a chair, you're susceptible to being more cold than everyone else. You're not moving about as much. I'm
aware of that, and
you're living it, aren't you? Yeah, it must be horrendous.
But the actual fact as well is that my conditions got worse since I got attacked as well. So they're going to need to provide more care, and the care they're going to have to provide is going to be somebody that's going to have to come in to make sure that my head is okay. So maybe it'd be like a matron or something like that coming around to make sure I'm okay mentally. I don't know whether they still do that anymore, but they used to have community matrons that would come around to make sure. But I'm not entirely sure whether they deal with mental health or not. This is all new to me. This is what I was going to ask you as well, if you knew anything.
I think it's a difficult one, because when you start to think about it, you're like, well, where does it end? What does it entail? What do they do? There's loads that we can discuss and think about there.
I tried getting in contact with my MP, and he's been ignoring me. The only time he wants to talk is when we're talking about the vaccine, because he wants me to have it. So
I got an email from my MP, would you believe, right? So I made that video, and then it got 400,000 views on a video that someone made in America. And my video got 80,000 views, and all of a sudden I got sent an email, and within that email was a list of loads of other emails where they'd all been talking about the video. So I'm reading all these comments, what people are saying about it, and then you look at who's having the discussions, and it was the Houses of Parliament. It was Hillary Benn MP, another MP, and then there's another email with 7 different MPs discussing this video, right? So I'm like, wow. And it says on the bottom video from Hillary Benn, can you reach out to this man? I want to speak to him, or something like that. So I thought, great. So I've replied, and he's just ignored me. It's really strange. I thought it don't make sense.
Isn't Hillary Benn Tony Benn's son or something? Is that right?
It's what, sorry?
Is Hillary Benn Tony Benn's son or something?
Hillary Benn is Central Leeds MP, yeah. He were on the select committee yesterday with Boris Johnson, because I was watching that, and that reminded me. I thought I need to go and chase that up.
Oh, definitely do. But it's funny, isn't it, that they do that for appearance's sake, and then when you actually go and deal with these people, they ignore you.
That's exactly what it looks like, but I'm assuming he's just busy at the moment. But it does appear that it were all, yes, I'll do that, and then not done. But anyway, I'm going to get off.
Okay.
I am going to get off. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Yeah, I am going to have to get on top of this, but it's finding out ways of and what order I should be doing things, because it's getting to the point now where I think for me, getting on top of my treatment, like with my epilepsy meds and that, is important, and maybe going on and getting the private script for weed as well is probably the most important thing to do, and then take it from there. Obviously, get in touch with social services and see what they're going to do about my care and the boiler as well, and start recording stuff. I'm going to be recording phone calls and things like that to make sure they don't lie, and taking it from there as well. Put it all around the council building. I'm sure they would love that, Rami. It's being done on purpose. The psychological attacks are tenfold at the moment. Wow. So a lot of you guys are being censored at the moment, are you? If that's the case, that's terrible. Do you want to try again, Scott? Because as it's only me on, you probably be okay, because we heard you at the beginning. I'll put the link up again if you want, and see if you can get on this time. Because it'd be good to hear from you. Yeah, I'm sure they would get the message then, but wouldn't I get done for littering or fly tipping or something? You want to talk to people but can't. Why is that, DeWip lady? Yep, I agree with that, God bless. They really are, but it's not just YouTube. It's Twitter, Facebook, the government, even families to a degree, because a lot of them will watch the mainstream media, and then there's the others that don't. And it's the people that don't that are more woken up. And I find that I'm having not arguments as such, but disagreements with my family about a lot of things to do with this COVID stuff, Oh, I already have cameras and that, Tom, to be fair, because I got all that before all of this sort of started to happen, because I knew I was going to do a channel eventually, but I was going to concentrate it more on the disabled side of things, to show people how it is being in a wheelchair, getting around London with a working dog, and doing like shopping and things like that, and getting on public transport, and showing people that it is possible to have a normalish life without it being too much. But then other sort of things happened, and so now I'm sort of like split in two directions, which I don't mind doing that, because I wasn't expecting to get PTSD and that, which has happened, but it's obviously happened for a good enough reason. But I didn't realise that my story's gotten out to a lot of people, and they've reached out, and I didn't realise so many people are going through this now. Hi, Appleton. You okay, darling? There's so many people now getting PTSD and lots of different problems, and bumped into Turbo, and that was a partnership I wasn't expecting, to be fair. But it's been a really good one, because we've been through very similar situations, even though he's a man and everything. But it doesn't mean to say Oh, it's the first time you've heard some of it. If you go back, because I keep all my live streams up. If you go back to, I'm just trying to think what one it was. I was talking about my attack that night, but it was a couple of weeks ago now, I believe. And it'd be quite upsetting for some of you to hear it, but it'd be beneficial because I went on Police Abuse and Powers site a few weeks ago now, and I literally had a breakdown on his channel, which I wasn't expecting to have, but it was a blessing in disguise for me because it got rid of a lot of negative emotions that I had inside of me, which I didn't know I had. And Dan helped me a lot with just being there, giving me advice, and people in the chat gave me a lot of advice there as well, which was a good thing. I went to 111 and they've been quite helpful in the way they were as well. But they are keeping a very close eye on me so I don't have another breakdown or I don't do anything silly, which I'm not going to do. I've got too much in my life now to live for. I'm really happy. My kids are really good. My health could be better, but it could be a lot worse too. So my glass is certainly more than half full right now, which is the way that I want to see things. So how are you, Wayne? You okay? And you're okay as well, God bless. And Athelston. And also, if there's anybody in the chat that's been through a similar situation or is waiting for some kind of treatment, I mean, I don't mind talking to people about it. If you wanted to get in contact, then I'm all for it. But only if you guys are serious. I'm not into being trolled or anything like that. My time is precious to help people that really want it. So if you do, my email is in the chat. So I do not mind helping you guys if you really want to get some help. Well, that's my cat going crazy, guys. I do apologize if you can hear her in the background. Hi, Angela. Are you jumping on for a little while? Here's the link if you want to jump on quickly. I didn't blank you. I had you on here, but you wasn't saying anything. I even turned your mic up. So I asked you if you're going to talk, and I don't know whether it's your mic or something, but we weren't ignoring you. Definitely not. Morning, Scott. It's very muffled, Scott. Let's see if I can help you out.
Bluetooth speaker, so I don't know why it's doing this. Is that any better?
I've just adjusted your mic. Right, we can hear you now.
Oh, finally. I tell you what, I've been in the background there. I've been in and out, shake it all about, do the okey cokey. It's been doing my Swedening. You gave me mental health.
I didn't. We actually heard you the first time, and then you buggered off. I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, it took me ages to sort your mic out, and then you go, and then when you leave, it goes back to normal again. So
I don't know what was going on. I had ghosting. There was 2 recordings going on. Then you wasn't even on YouTube, and it was still playing through my speakers as if you was playing. I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here?
So with YouTube, you get a lag.
Hi.
It's different.
Hiya, darling, Miss Angela.
Hello.
How are you, Miss?
Yeah,
okay?
another company. See, there were two of us.
That's right, Maria. You know, Maria, don't you? Don't you? The Cockneys are the
Better than
best.
bloody Scottish, that's for sure. At least I can understand
Cockneys
you
are
guys.
the best.
Good God.
I'll tell you something, and I am no liar. I'm a very honest man, too honest for this world. I can assure you I have fucking
Amen.
really struggled. Angela, I'm in terrible with my health. I've never, ever been so low as what I have this last few months.
Why haven't you contacted me? I'm really, because I've given you my email. Why haven't you contacted me?
Yeah, but you know what it is. You know what it is, sweet. A bit like what poor Dan's going through at the moment. Us men, we like to suck it all up, don't we? We take all the knocks, we take all the whippings, we take all the beatings, then we start reaching for a bottle of drink, and it takes us a week or 2 or 3 or 4 before we pull our shit out of our arse and get it all together. What I've tended to find though with this lockdown is it shows the lack of humanity. There's so many nasty, satanic, vile people, because when I drink because other people have upset me. I will never go and drink if I'm in a happy place. There's no reason to.
No.
I've hit the bottle a couple of weeks. It's been a difficult time of the year with me losing my son and memories of my son. I've got horrible, vile neighbours just making up utter lie after lie, these new neighbours. And I'm just thinking, do you know what? What does that show your kid and anyone else for that matter about what you are as a human being? You're not a human being, are you? You're a soulless person that's got no soul. If you're attacking somebody who's gone through 16 years of hell, like what I've gone through. But it's been very difficult. I'm not out of it yet. I'm not out of it by a long chalk, and I've just got to realise that there's other suffering, djvix. I've heard that you're suffering. You know, Angela's suffering. I'm not alone, so it's not like worries me. I'm also very educated to know that there's other good human beings, good brothers and sisters that are going through exactly the same thing, if not worse.
Shut up, yeah.
I've had to hang on. I've really had to hang on. I've never felt so tearful, so emotional, so disappointed in people, so let down by people, so disgusted by people's mentality and the lack of moral compass from them. I mean, it's absolutely the way they behave is satanic. Absolutely the work of the devil.
You've got my email now. I put it in chat a couple of times, and like I said, I keep my
private chat.
No, I actually keep my chats up anyway, so you'd be able to actually find it. But actually email me, Scott, and we can actually talk properly, and I will help you out. I don't mind.
You know what it is, my sweet. I'm a very nice man, and I'm very lucky. I've got friends in 10 and 20 years that are my friends, and you don't get friends like that length of time if you're some sort of monster. No. So I'm very lucky. You know, one of my mates, Gary, who's been there for me, and he's always been on the end of the phone for me pretty much every day. He knows I'm going through it at the moment, and I've got another friend called Sue who's been very supportive. So I'm also, cautious that my friends on the YouTube that I've made alliances with, they've got their own problems as well. And you never know what goes on behind closed doors. Who would have thought Dan was suffering? I mean, I look at him doing his feeds and
I've been seeing it coming for a while, but I know Dan very well, and I could see the signs coming from miles away. Angela and I sort of noticed it, so it's not like it was
You've got a friend in me. Sorry. You've got a friend in me. Just had to
tell you what, mate. Simon Carroll's on the phone. Just calm yourself, Dan. Treacle. I think you're going places. Boy, it's like Charlotte Church there, baby, young Charlotte Church.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Pablo's joined in and everything.
You need talent, mate. You got talent.
Me? I've got humour. Sorry, I've only just woke up. I really need to shut up. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's nice to, and also I like to put a shout out to Welsh Woody and a couple of the other tremendous brothers and sisters in the side room that when I wasn't even going on the chat, they were just asking after me, actually commenting on other videos that I've watched where they've seen my comments, and they were actually nice enough to this post that they hadn't heard from me or seen me in any of the chat rooms and asked
I
how I was, which I
do agree
really
with you there, Welshie, and to you too, God bless. And I've been speaking to you guys know him as King Kong, and he agrees with that as well, that Dan needs to stop doing phone-ins for a while, because it's not that he's not good at what he's doing, but he's taken too many bad calls about vaccine and COVID-19, which is making Dan feel terrible. Now he should sort of say this is like a mental health phone-in, or this is a police phone-in, or this is an NHS phone-in. But I think you need to be a little bit more specific on the type of phone-ins he's doing, so that way it sort of like alleviates some of the idiots that think it's okay just to troll Dan and just blast them stupid. I know it's not really stupid, that's the wrong word, but they can see by the look on his face that he can't cope with the actual content that he's hearing. So why can't people stop being assholes and, you know, see that it's a human being at the end of the day who's suffering, and just to, you know, knock it off, basically.
The reason they can't do that, DJ, is they've lost touch with their soul. I've explained that to you before. They don't realise they're in hell, but they will do on DJ. No, that's the truth. If you can't, as a human being, have a word with yourself, right? If you're about to do something wrong, DJ, you have an inner ability to go, oh, I shouldn't do that. It's not right to do that, is it? It's not right to post that comment. It's not right to speak that way to another human being. If you've lost that ability to actually be able to do that, then you're bang in trouble. And there's too many nasty people on this YouTube. I've seen too many vile people that think it's acceptable to upset Dan or upset you or upset me or upset anybody else because they're not in touch with their own ability, which is their soul. They're not able to have a word with themselves, DJ. And that's the facts of life. And they better change their ways while they're alive, or they're in for the shock of their life when they leave this world. Because I've been really upset by some of the people. I'm talking graphic upset.
Oh, I know.
And when you're going through that and you've got a respite of YouTube, and then you've got horrible neighbours, or you've got horrible people in the street, or you've got another scumbag out in society, and you come home to your sanctuary and you think, I'll have a chat on YouTube. As we all heard the other day, a neighbour comes out and screams on the landing satanically at 9:30 at night for me talking. What the fuck, excuse my language, is going on in this world when you can't talk to people? You can't talk to your mates, you can't talk to your friends on the telephone, or you can't get on a YouTube StreamYard and talk without the fear of upsetting someone that's quite frankly a satanic lunatic. You know, I've had enough of these, and I've had enough of them bedridden in me. The reason I'm ill, and this is I'm going on record to say this, is because of these soulless, decrepit, satanic, devil, shape-shifting scumbags. That's why I'm ill. Because of them. So that's why I've not been about. That's why I've been battling not to hang myself. That's why I've been battling not to take my life on top of the 16 years of hell that I've already been subjected to wrongly, that you know about, DJ, and Angela and a couple of the other guys and girls know about in the side chat there. And there's other people that I've been honest enough to tell them my life, and they've hit me with the honesty stick and made me worse. Wow. Wow. What sort of world is this, mate? You know, no wonder we've got people taking their lives. So look at what happened to poor Mickey Norcross the other day. You know, a lovely gentleman, a scholar, you know, a tremendous human being, what I see of him on the television programme there that I used to watch, The Only Way is Essex. And that poor fella has taken his life, God rest his soul, home to heaven with her ever-growing, ever-loving heavenly family, amen. And we're losing too many. We're losing too many. And I'm sick and tired of people after the event going, oh, if only I'd done more. Oh, if only I read the warning signs, you know. The warning signs were there for him. The warning signs have been there for me. The warning signs are for a lot of good human beings that have taken their life. They're there in front of their friends, and their friends don't do nothing. Because unfortunately,
I actually have to disagree with you there, because two of my good friends took their own lives last year, and there wasn't any signs.
I'm not saying everybody, baby. I'm just saying that, unfortunately, sweetheart, and it's not a dig at you, sweetie. It's not a dig at anyone, but people that are made like me, you and Angela and many others in the side chat, we come from good stock. So we take on people's problems and we absorb it like a sponge, and then it affects us, unfortunately, because we're very giving people, very good human beings. But what you'll find, DJ, is a lot now become selfish and not selfless. They're all about their self. They haven't got time for your problems. They don't want to hear it. They're not a sponge to absorb the water like me, you, Angela, and plenty of the brothers and sisters in the side chat. They're not interested because they've got their own problems to deal with, and unfortunately they've got no time to listen to ours. And I've tended to find with even my friends that I know off the YouTube that I've had 10 and 20-year relationships with, I am always there for my friends, guys, and I promise you that. And I come home sometimes before this lockdown feeling exhausted because of what I've taken on from my friends and their negative energy. And I've left my friends in good stock, taken the burden away from them, alleviated the problem, helped them in whatever way I physically and possibly can. Then I found myself coming home and feeling myself very heavy-shouldered and very heavy-headed. And then when you reach out to somebody once or twice in your lifetime because you've finally fallen down and you can't get up like I have recently, I've really seen people for what they really are. And it's been quite horrific, and that's made me worse as well, because you think to yourself, oh, they'll be there for me. If I really need them, they'll be there for me. But unfortunately, just like many other good human beings, I've been let down. And it's been a big eye-opener for me, a massive eye-opener for me, that I won't put so much faith in other beings, other human beings, because they're losing their way, aren't they? We're all, unless you're very connected to yourself and you've got an ability to be very righteousness and forthcoming like I am and you are and plenty of others are, plenty of others around us haven't got the ability to stay intact with themselves. And unfortunately, they're the ones that are causing so much misery on this earthly world that we live in. They are causing a lot of earthly misery, a lot. I mean, you're talking about these vaccines earlier on. I'm not going to be taking this vaccine, mate. You couldn't offer me enough money to stick something in me, which, as far as I'm concerned, is poison.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
You touch base on it, my darling DJ. You said they're blackmailing us to do it. Now, when have you in your earthly lifetime seen a blackmail someone for the good of that human being? Come here, you. Oh, why? I want to blackmail you for the benefit of your own sanity. It just don't happen, guys, does it?
Can I just add something?
I'm just going to say good afternoon to King Leo. He's come over from the USA. He's part of Upstate's chat. And it was nice meeting you this morning, King Leo. It was very good chatting with you. And quite a few of the American brothers and sisters are going to be coming over here. So if you guys from the UK can give the Americans a nice welcome, that would be great. That would be doing me a favour as well, because he's a lovely man. And he's
I'm just waving. I'm waving.
I'm waving. What's that again?
King Leo is from the States, and there was another one in here.
Testicles. Sorry. Testicles is back.
No, but he's not American.
No, I know he's not American, but I love him. He's amazing. I don't know who he is, but I love him.
There was another American in here that I noticed, but...
Can I just say, though, about this virus thing? And, like how they're saying about... I don't know, take it, whatever. During the war, do you know if they were to have said to people, like, black your windows, because if you don't, which they did, didn't they? They said, like, during the Blitz, you've got to black your windows because we can't have any light shining out. Imagine if everybody was to be like, fuck off. You think we're crazy? We're not listening to you, bastards, you twats. Do you know what I mean? We're not listening to you. And left all the windows open for light. I'm just saying on that side of things, people think the government are bad or whatever. We don't believe the government because they're not coming out with the right kind of evidence and stuff. But could you imagine back then if no one listened to what the government was saying?
These names are getting worse and worse.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm like...
They're coming out with lies, mate.
No, I know. But like back in them times, though, can you imagine, like, if we had the same I suppose not disrespect towards government, but to say if we thought we had the same voice towards the government and the police, like I saw the other day that happened in, is it Hyde Park or somewhere like that, where everyone was going for the police, and I don't agree with that side of things, because I think, you know what, they're doing a job. People say, "Oh, choose your side." They can't choose their side. At the end of the day, they're paid to do a job. If they leave that job, they don't get any benefits. They don't get any help with universal credit. They don't get anything like that. So their families will suffer.
They will. Of course they will. They're making terrible decisions, Angela.
No, but the police can't. The police can't. The police can't.
Fuck the police. They're fucking going out there. Hang on, Angela. They're going out there and they're causing people to commit suicide.
No. I'm not on about that. I'm on about
there's
like
another American in the chat.
I'm about like the protest and
he's
stuff.
a gentleman that was talking to me about the CBD. He's a very knowledgeable man. Thank you for that last night. Much appreciated.
Who's that?
Actually,
LT man in the chat.
Okay.
They're not doing right, Princess, are they?
No, I'm not. No, I know that. I'm not. Do you know what? Trust me, I know that police aren't good. My point is, I'm in court, don't forget, in like a week because of the dickhead, pussy, prick, wanker, dickhead. But I'm just saying that, like, they can't, like, when people go, "Oh, choose your side. They can't choose a side. They can't quit the jobs because they don't get any financial help.
Why can't they? American police have done it.
No, they don't get any financial help.
Well, of course they would, because they'd have to go and sign on like everybody.
No, they wouldn't. Yeah, but they wouldn't, because if you went to Universal Credit and said that you just walked out of your job, you don't get anything for at least 6 months.
So then that gives them the right to behave in the satanic behaviour that they're behaving.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm not saying that at all. My point is only about that one incident in Hyde Park, even wherever it even was.
Police can't give whatever, but it doesn't mean they've got to act satanically, does it? And they're acting satanic to every single human being.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying. There's isolated incidents, isn't there, where they're acting like pricks. But there's also millions. But there's also millions of incidents daily.
Aren't there? A lot of them are paid actors, and it's all staged. A lot of it is.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you, DJ. I thought that myself. I thought these ain't real police. This is utter bollocks. You would never ever have police behaving in this absolute barbaric way. And I'm like, what is going on? These ain't real police. They've been drafted in by the government, and they're acting like security guards, bouncers, like a nightclub, chucking punches, roughing people up, chucking people on the floor, kneeing them in the stomach, punching them in the head. I tell you this, and I'm going to go on record to say this, mate. Any police put their hands on me, I'm going to beat the fucking life out of you, mate, and go to jail. You ain't beating me up. You ain't putting your hands on me and slapping me about. I'm watching.
Hold on.
You won't go to jail, babe, because unfortunately for the police and the corrupt government, there's judges that actually honour their oaths and honour their job. I've been arrested wrongly the other day.
I've already been tagged for the same conviction, so I'm like having the same hearing over and over again. And then, but I've already had the maximum penalty that I can possibly get for this conviction. So, well, not the maximum, but the next maximum up is custody. Yay, go me.
Yeah, the whole country's finished, isn't it? The whole country's an absolute joke. The whole earthly world is a joke.
And that was only just because that he had butted me. The off-duty officer had butted me.
Well, yeah, well, babe, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, because judges are seeing right through the shit house that is the police force. They are seeing right through their lies, and they know full well what the police are all about now. And it ain't like the old days. They're not getting away with just writing down their statements and it's accepted as gospel. If they ain't got any evidence, no proof, no video, no tape recordings, they're screwed. I've had the police just drop a charge on me. They tried to lie about a thing on 999 when I was trying to report hate criming against the Metropolitan Police, because they're hate criming on me because they're bully scum, and they wouldn't take the report.
Worse, I think.
Well, they wouldn't take the hate crime report, babe, and they lied about me. They've just recently dropped the court date because they can't provide the 999 call that I had. Funny that, isn't it? Because it would show them bullying me. That's why they can't show the call, and all the calls are recorded. So where is it gone?
How long ago was it?
It was last year where they arrested me, and I was trying to report hate crime because they were bullying the shit out of me, sending ambulances to my property unrequested, sending fire brigade here, telling me to take my life on 101, just do it, calling me a thug, being really horrible, Angela. And I reported it. I said, you're bullying me. And I said, you're treating me horrendously and I'm not going to be putting up with it. So they lied. They accused me of saying hurty words. Oh, you've upset me. You've said hurty words. I'm going to arrest you. I went, arrest me for what? They went, you've hurt us with your wordings of, you're going to... What I said was, I've got enough evidence on you, police, to bend you over and ride you like Seabiscuit. That's what I said.
Lord. That big Seabiscuit into it. Good Lord. No, I'm only kidding. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know what Seabiscuit is. He's a famous horse.
Yeah,
famous horse back in the...
That was Red Bull.
So I did that, and the geezer, his name's Mark, that works on 999, he went to me, what did you just say to me? I went, you heard? He went, you just said that you're going to fuck me up my arse, didn't you? I went, no, I never. You
What the fuck?
And what he done, Angela, he done what the typical police done. He twisted everything around, started talking McPies, and then I was arrested, and they've dropped the charge recently. But I'm devastated because I wanted to go to court because it would have showed all of the bullying that they've been doing on the 999 line. Now, the reason the police have dropped it is my solicitor.
Do it privately.
Well, if they've got the charges against you, then because they can't find the 999 call, if you do a subject access request, then they've got to give you all their evidence that they've got on your name, don't they?
I've been on CCTV of when these nearly killed me in custody and all lied about it, and they've taken 2 years to provide it. They've provided heavily edited CCTV with all the wrongdoings taken out. So they're putting me through the mire, which is affecting my mental health because, of course, I want the evidence to take them to court for what they've done in 2019. But you and I and everybody in the side chat know exactly what the police are all about. They're very, very evil.
They're very, very nasty. There are ways to get. There are ways.
You would
possible. I've been trying. So difficult.
A lawyer legally.
Well, I've asked my solicitor to do it. He's done it in November, I believe it was, and I've still not received the unedited version. So I don't know how long it.
Because of the amount of information and the amount of time, it will take some time. But be patient and please try and calm down because you're getting more and more riled up, and you don't need to be until you have something to worry about.
Listen, I'm absolutely fine. Nothing winds me up, mate. I just, unfortunately, all this does is affect your health.
You actually do sound wound up.
And I know
it is, but
passion and wind up can sound exactly the same. I'm very passionate about my earthly life. It's nearly been cost because of liars.
Exactly. Scott, I totally understand exactly what you're saying.
But Scott, what you've got to think about it is, though, can you change what's happened? Can you change?
Hang on, you're not. Hang on, you're not me, and I'm the one that's been crying over this, and I'm 6'2" and built like a brick shithouse, and I'm the one that's been mentally unwell, and I'm the one that's contemplated killing myself because of this. So, if I'm expected after all these months of being made unwell, after 16 years of hell, to then come on here and go, oh, well, that's all right. The police have lied. They can get away with it. Neighbours have lied. I've been.
Scott, that's not what Vic's saying.
You're misunderstanding me. You're misunderstanding.
That's not what Vic's saying.
I'm saying, you actually?
It's horrible when someone tells you about yourself. I'm not.
No. I think what Vic is saying though, Vic's ended up having because of all the stress and everything on Facebook, well not even on Facebook, on YouTube, she ended up having quite a bad heart.
I had a heart attack.
Yeah, because of it all, and she's just thinking about you. But that's all it is, Scott, because we love you, and that's it.
Darling woman, but to be honest, I personally can't wait to leave this world. The sooner the better, mate. Honestly, I'm done with it.
Scott, Joe, in the private chat on here. Scott, in the private chat on here now. Can you see it? Can you see my phone number?
Yeah.
Is it still there?
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Will you take it, please, and ring me?
Yeah, I'll take it.
please ring me though.
And
Yeah, I will, babe.
And Angela, you can give him my number as well. And
Okay.
what I'm actually saying, Scott, is this: can you physically
it.
change in your mind what's gone on in the past? No, you can't. But you can actually make it better by just trying it, just by blanking it out of your mind and thinking of your future and how you can better your future. That's what I was trying to say, not belittling what you've gone through. That's what I meant.
Marie's just said, Scott, from one Cockney to another, big hugs. Aw.
Love you,
bless her. Oh, bless her.
I would never belittle your situation, never. But I don't want you to get worse.
Listen, I've gone through losing a 6-bedroom house. I've lost a business. I've lost my Ferrari. I've lost all my cars. I've lost everything I worked 18-hour days for, and I didn't lose it on my own. What you got to remember is I was wrongly put in hospital, burgled, set up by a police officer that laughed in my face and said, "Good luck proving it, Mr. Horn." He knows exactly what he done to me, the satanic bastard. So I've lost all my earthly life as well as my son. I've lost all my money.
Soul.
No, you've still got that. You've still got your health.
You're beautiful, Scott.
I've never lost the faith with Father Jesus, and these bastards won't get me down. They've won the war. They've won the battle, I should say.
But they haven't won the war, yeah. Exactly.
No,
you have to pick your battles, like, don't you? You have to pick those battles. But what I was going to say to you, if you ring me, I know of a barrister. Let me find out what her name is. Maybe I shouldn't put it on here, but I know of a barrister who is dealing with cases regarding the police at the moment and police brutality, who is absolutely excellent.
It's so hard to find the you know, when they say that they've got these solicitors that deal with police and it's just bull crap.
Oh no, she's doing mine at the moment, honestly, and she gets the legal aid in place, everything, and it's a barrister, not a solicitor, and it's.
I'm happy to talk to her about police lying about me and putting me wrongly arresting me to drop this case.
That's everything she'll do, honestly. She'll do it.
Yeah, because I ain't no liar, being Roman Catholic, and it made me ill. It made me ill being lied about by the police, to be picked up by the police, to be put into court. All lies from some. I'll try not to swear because it's early in the daytime, but from absolute low-life satanic scum that have sat back in their chair at 9 on and gone
Yeah, it's dickheads. They are dickheads.
He's getting arrested for nothing. In his health, and he'll end up topping himself.
I don't really think they realise the impact all these things have.
I think you would actually think they were their trade.
I know. But I just think they're pricks. Even now, when I had the 999 call last year, they were trying to tell me that they were going to contact social care to put, because the kids are up at gone past midnight because there have been issues at the house. Not my house. My kid's 23, for fuck's sake. I was like, you what? I was like, well, do you know what? If the house sets on fire because someone's throwing whatever towards the house, she went, are you trying to threaten me? I was like, no. She went, is that a threat? I was like, no. And then she hung up. I was like, you little bitch, what the fuck are you doing hanging up on me? Hello. 999 call, you're not meant to hang up. But again, like you say, Scott, it's a 999 call that they're failing to then do anything about, and it's wrong.
Excuse me, 101 and 999 people are the most soulless, disgusting people I've ever had the unfortunate.
I wouldn't quite say that. You've had a few. I mean, it's probably a minority.
No,
I've had one out of all of them. That's one. One that's nice.
Lots of 999 people.
A handful of decent operators on that phone line. The rest of them listen. They've been writing on the computer screen about you from their colleagues that are scum. Okay, because they all write up lies about you.
They do, and they have it marked, don't they, on the computer on your name, and then that's it. We just there.
I mean, yeah, I've dealt with a couple of a-holes in my time from there, but the majority of them are lovely people. I have to say that because I go with what
I suppose if you have ambulance or I suppose you have police, I don't know. I just think there's twats everywhere, isn't there? It's just I don't know. But I do think the police...
I'm not saying that they're all bad guys, but what I'm saying is
Actually,
when you
you
get
just
someone to
said
tell
pretty
you,
much.
when you get someone to tell you to take your own life, when you tell them that you're suicidal, can you please stop harassing me? Can you please stop sending ambulances to my home that I've not requested? And these 101 operators said for 2 hours that they did not do this before London Ambulance Service confirmed it was them. And then they spoke to me passively aggressively and went, yeah, it was us. We was worried about ya. And that's exactly how they spoke to me. I went, you absolute scum. I went, you've had me really close to tears for 2 hours wondering if the satanic neighbours had done this, if someone else had done this, and you've been lying to me and it's been used all along. Scum of the earth. And then they told me to take my life. I said to the geezer, you're making me suicidal. He went, just do it then.
Can we change the subject? Because talking about suicide, you're starting to trigger me a little bit. Can we change the subject, please?
Yeah, we'll change the subject. I'm only talking about what was said by an operator of the police service, and they're supposed to be people that care for us.
I understand that, Scott. Scott told me that, definitely.
I haven't actually dealt with that, with what's happened with my 2 friends last year, and with what's happening with Dan at the moment. And I'm getting triggered a lot by people saying that they're going to do that, and I don't know how.
I'm going to do it.
No. I know you're not. But
I think it's one of them things, though. It's like it needs to be. I think the way that, personally, again, like you say, Vic said, with you going through that with your friends and stuff, I think the way in which the mental health services deal with people and the services, like the people that you ring up and stuff, they need to be dealt with. No, they need training, they need something. They just need a poke in the eye, I think, to be fair, of how they deal with and speak. Do you know what I mean? They don't know what else to say about it. They just need a poke in the eye.
When I was talking to Society X about dealing with social care, and that is one of the points I'm going to be putting towards them about changing policies, is the way that people are spoken to at the first point of call, because it's out of order.
What I don't get, right. So if you imagine you go to A&E, as a normal person, you say if you've got a broken ankle, you go to A&E and you get seen by the doctor, you get seen by the people that do x-rays and blah, 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 don't you? You get all sorted out. Why can't we have like an A&E for mental health? Like, imagine...
Quickly, sorry, Angela. Thank you. You know, I don't get many compliments, not that I fish for them, but that's, at a time I needed it, that's really nice what you said. He or she has wrote, Scott, you sound like a very nice person and we need people like you, which is very true and very taken to my heart. So, choke me up. So, thanks for writing that.
You are amazing, Scott. You are. We've missed you.
I've just been so ill, babe. So ill.
I know.
This is what I was saying to you, though. You can't change what's happened in your past, but you can start to think of your future and how you're going to make it so you can make it so you don't go down that road again, because you don't need to be going backwards in your life. You need to be thinking about your life forwards.
I do think, though, by forgetting about it, it's not a good thing, though.
No, I'm not saying forget about it at all. That's not what I'm saying.
No. Listen, everyone needs to stop and listen, okay? In this society and this world that we live on, it's other people that pull you down. And I don't care what you say. That old saying about life's what you make it is a load of bullshit. Other people can affect your life.
Yeah, of course
and they've affected mine. And I am trying to move forward. And after 16 years of it, and I'm not just saying it worries me, there's people in the side chat that have probably gone through similar situations. I know, DJ, you've gone through one of the most horrific situations known to mankind.
Still am,
so it's not a competition.
No. It's not what I'm saying either. I was in the same place you were recently. I turned a corner.
The bastards do grind you down, though, my darling. Thanks, Steve. I hear you, but they do. You can only take so many knocks before you start thinking, I don't really want to be here anymore. I fucking hate this world.
Yeah, but then do you know what, Scott? Can I just say, please let me tell you this, Scott,
It's not designed
Scott?
for good human beings. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to shut up and let everyone else talk. This will be my last comment for a little while because I've done a lot of talking, which I appreciate. The side chat not have been horrible. You've not been horrible, and I've not been on these feeds for a long time.
I'll
say this. This world, this earthy world, okay, is not designed for good human beings, and that is a fact. Ask Caroline Flack's family. Ask Mick's family from Sugar Up. Ask Mike from Love Island. Ask all the brothers and sisters that are taking their earthly lives. You won't ever hear about a bastard taking their life. You'll never go good. Gary Glitter hung himself, or good Peter Sutcliffe hung himself, the dirty low-life scum that are burning in hell. You'll only hear about a good human being that's committed suicide. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that. I don't find it very funny, but it's true.
Yeah, I get it. But Scott, you know how you've got people like, do you know, say all these people that, I forgot what I was fucking going to even say now. Bastard bollocking fucking brain. Sorry about that. Basically, I'm trying to say is, like, there's these people, that are, like, these people that have all done bad to us all, that we can allow them to consume our minds and consume our bodies with hate, or we cannot give them any power whatsoever inside of us to have that, because they don't deserve that power. They don't deserve that mind space. They don't deserve fuck all of any part of our body. Nothing at all. Nothing. Like John, my ex, he deserves fuck all part of my mind space. He fucking hurt my body enough when I was with him. He deserves no part of my thoughts, negative, positive, nothing. So it's taken me a while to understand that. But now, and I used to self-harm quite a lot because of everything that he used to do to me. And I was like, fuck that, bollocks. He's hurt me far too much already. Why am I still hurting myself? I'm not letting him do that no more. The police, they put me through hell and back. And even with issues with John, like when they were like, oh, no, you consented. I didn't fucking consent to being fucking sexually assaulted with a baseball bat. Are you fucking crazy, you stupid twats? But I'm not allowing myself to be consumed with hate towards them because they don't deserve that in my mind or my body either. Do you know, like, they don't deserve anything like that. I don't want to have any kind of negative space in my body.
Say, LT, like I say, it was a gentleman that I was speaking to last night in the upstates about the CBD and that. If you want to find a time when you do want to come on and chat when your family is awake, because I know you're in Chicago time, and we can do that and have a good chat properly, and you can come on the panel and talk about what you want to talk about, because I think you'll find this guy's knowledge. I was fascinated by it. I could listen to this guy for hours. He's a lovely gentleman. He's got a lovely smile. He's got a lovely way of life and everything else. And his daughter is epileptic, and she hasn't had any seizures in over 3 years. And I think that's remarkable. And he's got to be commended for that. He didn't want to put his daughter on tablets, he was saying. And I think that's fascinating. Because Angela is epileptic as well. And there are quite a few epileptics on this channel, and a few people with PTSD as well. And I think that they would benefit LT for what you can shine a light on, to be fair. And like I say, you're a good man as well, and that shines through. Same with a lot of your American brothers that have been coming over here, and that, which you certainly brightened up my night last night, and thank you very much for that. Apart from you burning your thumb on your dinner, and that was very funny at the time, but I was just making sure you're okay with your hand and that, because that looked really painful. But thank you for coming over. And I know your family's asleep right now, but we have to arrange a time when you can come on, and we will pick your brains. I don't mean like literally, figuratively. Yeah, I'm sure you will be able to educate some of us, because over here we don't hear about CBD a lot, and weed and all of that, because it's illegal over here. Well, the CBD's not, but the weed is, and you could teach a hell of a lot of people a lot of things. The same as upstate as well as coming over here. Maybe you could come over the same time, and I could maybe get a few of the veterans on here, and it could be an interesting show that way to help them, in fact. So it'd be two birds, one stone type of thing, you know. Hi, Jamie, you okay?
Yeah,
prove
come
it,
on,
lady.
speak to Scott. Scott, mate, you're a fantastic bloke. Don't let the society or the police let you down, pal. I've tried committing suicide more than 4 times. There's no support out there for anybody. They don't give a hoot. They just don't care. We need to all stick together, pal, and try and change this society for the better. And you're that fantastic. I know it's hard, and I know it's hard to go through and things like that, but we're here to support you. We've all gone through different paths in life. We might not know the path that you're going through, but we might be able to help you with certain parts of the path that you're going through. We're here to support you. It's a hard process. It's a shit life. No the society all they care about now is treating us as customers and making money, which is pathetic. But we're here to support you.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you, Jamie, mate.
And no, Crinkle wasn't on here earlier on. Absolutely no, I would not have him in here. No way. Not after what he's done to Dan and that. No,
And I won't. I attempted suicide about 18 years ago. I come out of my body and was literally that close to passing over. I mean, I see heaven and all sorts. It was a selfish thing to do, but people call it selfish. But when you're in that situation and you feel there's no way out, you will do those things. And I can go on record as saying that I always used to say to my partners or anybody that I spoke to that, I can't believe they've committed suicide. How effing selfish of them. How selfish. All the people they're leaving behind, and then all
But
the years later.
But where were those people when you need them there? That's what I'm saying.
They're not there, babe. It's all balls,
Exactly.
isn't it? I mean,
Exactly.
On the time that I'd done it, it might have been sod's law, but I was ringing everyone. I was in tears. I'd splitting up with my partner, and at that time I still had all the trappings of wealth. I lived in the big house. I didn't have any money worries. I had the sports car still, my own stationery and printing company, but I'll never forget the day I took that overdose, and I knew straight away that I was in serious trouble. And I was in serious trouble. I actually left my body. I weed, I pooed, all my body was shutting down. And I didn't realise that the police and the ambulance had kicked the door through. I was on the phone to the ex-woman and I had to drop the phone when I basically passing away. And I had an experience with Father Jesus. He said, son, it's not your time. I was literally being pulled over millimetre by millimetre for a bright light coming through my window that was brighter than any light you ever experienced on this earthly world. And I turned my head and I was floating up high as well. Literally, my nose was against the ceiling. And I remember thinking so cordial as well, like, why? No panic either. I weren't even panicked. I was like, why am I so close to the ceiling? And then I just felt so much calm. I can honestly say to everyone listening, it's the most calming, beautiful experience I've ever had in my earthly life or any existence that I've been in. And with Father Jesus, when he said, it's not your time, son, and I then turned my head, I heard, it sounded a million miles away, but I heard, we're losing him. And it was the ambulance and the police was in my living room, and then I fell back into my body. And I suppose that was the time I've always been religious, always from being born, but that's when I really become super religious and knew that there was a better world out there waiting for us good human beings. And it doesn't bother me passing over. It does not bother me one bit. I wished there was we've got euthanasia, haven't we, for human beings, brothers and sisters that are going through the worst illnesses known to mankind, where they're taken to, I think it's Sweden, and they're allowed to take euthanasia. And I honestly think it needs to be offered to all of us.
It is. Because it's offered for mental health now.
I can say now, if there was euthanasia out there, if my son, I'm only hanging on for my Jimmy Joe, really. If it wasn't that I had a son, I think I'd probably do something, because I'm done with this world, guys. I'm actually done with it. And I think that if there was an opportunity for me to leave this world in a humane way, I would actually take it. And I don't just say this to you, I say it to my friends.
About the negatives.
Scott, can you stop, please?
It's not
Put the
what about
positives into life, pal. You
Yeah,
could
well, I'm
too
gonna
much
be
of the
positive, and I'm
negative.
still here. Still here. Still here. Don't smoke weed, by the way,
Go
guys.
anywhere because I'm busy today.
But, no, listen, Jamie. Thank you for your positive words. Thank you for your positive words. And
Love you,
DJ,
Jamie.
that's one of the.
Don't think about the negatives. Right, I'll see you all
No, I
later.
really appreciate it.
Love you, Jamie. Take care, mate.
Nice one, Jamie.
I think it's so important to think that, like, you think, I don't know, fuck the people that have been bad to you, you know, and done shit to you. Just don't let them have mind space because they're not worth it. They're not, and just fill your mind with just positive. I know it's so hard, isn't it, though, when you're feeling so shit and down, it's the worst you can try and do, but I think that's probably why I'm brain dead most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm so stupid, to be fair. I think that's like, instead of filling my mind with like negatives, I'm just blonde.
LT, it is legal over here, CBD and that, and it is legal, so yes.
Is this a weed chat or a chat about all sorts? I don't know.
CBD is legal over here. Yes, it is, because I actually take it myself, so it is legal.
What does it do to you, DJ? Does it just help you relax, does it, and just forget about it?
Yeah.
It gives you an oily tongue, Scott. Don't even.
No. I think it would actually help you because you don't get high. It's not like smoking a joint or anything like that.
Not worth it then.
Angela.
Sorry.
Serious, because it's obviously suffering, and I think that trying something new, because the
getting high is good.
No, but Scott doesn't do that. The drinking isn't helping you; it's making you worse. It's making you more angry. But the CBD will. Well, I agree to disagree with that. But it will relax you. It will relax your mind a little bit. It will calm things down. It's actually stopped my night terrors. I haven't had a night terror in over 2 weeks. It's stopped my seizures. It hasn't stopped my seizures. Yeah, I've only. It's my second bottle now that I've tried. It's a different variety.
What do you do? Put it in a drink, do you? Or
no. It's in a pipette. And you put
How do we take it, Vic? How do we take it, Vic?
Put a couple of drops under your tongue, and that's it.
A couple of drops.
That's all it is. And
couple of drops, yeah.
It will make you sleep. It will make you relax. And it's all natural. There aren't any drugs in it. It's all natural, but you can get it with THC in it as well.
Where from?
I can get you that there are sites.
It's just like going to be like smoking a joint, though, isn't it? If it had
THC actually, not. I don't think.
Oh, that's a shame.
But.
Yeah, no, it's just something I never agreed with me. I tried it about 20 years ago. My mate gave me one. Oh, my God. My mate Paul gave me. I don't know how I drove my Mercedes home. And I've never touched it since. I was like, disgusting, mate. Made me... I was spinning out and all sorts. I really hated it.
Did you IT?
No, he looked at me and he went, "Are you all right?" He went, "You whited out." And I went, "I feel so sick. Please help me. Please help me."
Oh, bless you. You smoke too much.
You've taken it all in. You've smoked it like a cigarette. That's what you've done.
Oh, God, what you like? Oh,
never
dear.
touched it again.
Oh, no, it might be worth trying it again. No.
I'll tell you, I was with the mother of my son then as well, right? And we got home, right? And I was like a baby, and I went, "Lee, please help me, please help me." I went, and I got upstairs, babe, we didn't even make it to the master bedroom. I had 6 bedrooms. We went straight to the bedroom at the top of the stairs, and I climbed in bed, and I went, "Just hold me and don't let go." That's all I wanted to do, is just hold me and just don't let go. And the room was spinning out. And she went, "What? Horrendous, please don't leave me, just stay here." She said, "I've got things to do." I went, "No, you can't go." I was like a kid. I was like a child.
Oh my God.
And honestly, you guys are in the side chat room, I'm not joking, mate. I was crawling up the stairs on my hands and my knees. I was pasty white. I was sweating like
You were
Shergar.
white.
I looked in the mirror. I looked absolutely horrendously rough. And I felt ill for the whole day. And I said to Lee the next day, I said, I'm never smoking weed again, mate. Fuck that.
Oh, I remember once I got so stoned that I had to crawl home on my hands and knees. Like, it was only from round the corner, but I had to crawl. I couldn't walk.
The actual CBD won't do that. You get all the effects of having that, but without any of the nasty stuff that goes on with it. It will relax you and it will do a lot to you. And there's a lot of good companies out there that I could put you in touch with, or
sell it in the chemist, don't they? I swear I've seen it in my life.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what?
In Tesco's.
Yeah, but a lot of that is crap.
Yeah, but I might give it a go. I'm struggling with my sleep at the moment and all sorts.
Yes, though, Scott, it's a lot more expensive. I could get you cheaper stuff, and that's actually very decent as well.
Yeah, I just don't like taking things like that. I'm a bit funny like that.
It's the same. It's the same stuff that you get in the chemist, but it's actually better quality as well. And I've tried it myself, so I wouldn't give you something that.
So your quarter for 45. Maybe kidding.
Everyone's loving the story of me nearly going over. Climbing up the stairs, begging her not to go.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, then it's worth trying it out, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I just think I've got to try and alleviate, as all of us have, some of the stresses in our life. This lockdown's just got to stop as well. I haven't seen my friends properly. I've not socialised. You know, even when you're struggling, it's nice to go out.
It costs you about 20 quid. That's nothing.
If there was a nice pub open, right, I'd be out today, you know, having a sit in a pub with a fire on or something with a couple of pals, and this is what we need to get sorted. We need to get back to some normality, guys, don't we?
Or even going out to walk with pals or something like that, you know, would be nice.
Check Mark with a bucket. Come on, Mark.
Mark
You know
he never even made the toilet, mate. He made the bucket.
It was smoking using the bucket, I think. Using a bit of a bucket bong. Let's go, Mark.
Getting in my car with my ex-partner, the mother of my son, and she went, "Are you all right? You look absolutely horrendous." And she went, we lived about 2-3 minutes drive up the road from where Paul lived. And I went, "Oh, mate, I was driving at 1 mile." I was driving so slow, I was like driving me. The whole world was going 1,000 miles an hour, and she went to me, "Why are you driving so slow?" I went, "I'm not, I'm driving normally." But of course, everything was speeded up, and I was speeded down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's it, Johnny. You know, I needed it today. Thanks, DJ. You know, as much as I've had a bit of an hard life and as much as Lee done me wrong with Jimmy Joe, we did have some bloody laughs at times and
exactly.
just reminiscing
see
about
the positives, you know. See the positives in everything.
That's what I was basically trying to say to you. Like, try and put all that negative stuff behind you. I mean, you're not going to forget it. Absolutely not. And I'm not saying to. But until you can actually change it, it's pointless thinking about it, you know.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say.
No, I know that, my darling, but because I've not been about, of course, the first thing I'm going to do is tell you about why I've not been about, and that's the reason why I've not been about.
Absolutely.
I needed to get it off my chest.
And it's always best, Tim. You need to always tell people. You need to.
It's made me feel better. I actually feel so much lighter. I mean, earlier on, I got up and I felt like I had a great big ball and chain around my neck. I felt so heavy. Getting on here today for whatever reason, God's will or Father Jesus' will, because I'm religious, I've got on here. I wasn't gonna, to be fair. I was gonna come off and just stay off. I'm so pleased I stayed on, because it might make me tidy up my flat. It needs a little tidy up. It's not bad.
Don't
here,
push yourself too much, mate. Don't think about tidying up. Me.
Maybe
I'm on here a lot. I've not tidied up yet.
Let's leave the tidying up.
Do you know what I'm saying? Forget tidying up. Tidying up's just like not necessary. Do you know what I mean? That just don't worry about tidying up.
Oh, fuck it. I just drop another crisp packet on the floor, tidy up tomorrow.
Do you know what I'm saying? Just whack another thing in the corner. Fuck it. Only tidy up when you can't get out your room. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. I mean, kidding.
Listen, it's only time to clean the bath when the water don't run out, innit?
Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm rubbing all the dirt and the plug hole. That's when you get the domestos out, isn't it? That's what I thought.
Exactly. You do. Absolutely. Absolutely, Scott. We're on the same page, mate. 100%.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, DJ. Thanks to Side Room as well. You've been wonderful. The new ladies and gentlemen in the side chat that I've not spoken
They're all
to
amazing.
before. Thank you for your.
Vix has made this
positive
page. Vix has made this chat amazing, bless her. And she's got all amazing people in here. She's got people that she speaks to at random times of the day and night over in America and places. And she's made it because of how beautiful she is. And
because of Upstate, really, because
no, because of you.
But he basically told his chat room what I was like before I even went over there. So when I actually went over there, it was like, whoa, this amount of love in here. And I didn't realise what he'd actually said until he told me. And I'm like, okay then. Like that is it. And, yeah, it's been really nice going over there because of who he is. And he's been coming over here and that. And I think it's been really good because I had so many questions about the PTSD and I didn't know where to turn. And he was in Links's, I believe, initially. And I thought, right, while you're in here, I'm going to rack your brains about certain things. And he actually appreciated my blunt and honesty about it. So it was like, oh, wicked, a guy that actually knows what he's talking about. He's a veteran, a man after my own heart because he's a vet. So I respected his opinion because he is a veteran and what he's been through. And that he actually didn't mind me asking him stuff.
That's it.
Down to earth. So I thought, oh, nice one. And then when I was asking him about, how do you get past these triggers? How do you steer around them? How can you get away from it? He said, you can't. He said, you've got to go through it full steam ahead and just deal with it. And I'm like, I never put my head like that before. And ever since I've done that, it's actually done me the world of good because now that I'm getting triggered, I'm like, my head's getting a lot more stronger to deal with certain things rather than avoiding it, I'm not avoiding nothing anymore.
Good. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of myself, actually.
Good. And you know what? You should be. You should be. It's amazing. Everything. Do you know what? I think at first... What's
getting through this. I said, sorry, Angela, I cut across you. I apologise, babe. I'm proud of everyone that's through this because this has been one heck of a battle, hasn't it? It really has.
Yeah,
and
it fully has.
DJ and a few others that do these chats down as well. These really have helped a lot of good human beings, brothers and sisters out because sometimes our friends can't be there all the time. Our earthly friends that we physically met in the physical presence. I mean, us guys are over the internet. We've not met yet, or some of us haven't.
I've met a few of you guys.
How have you, baby? You've been getting out and about, have you?
I've met quite a few of the Patriots, and that. Oh yeah, I went down to Dover, didn't I? Met Active and met up with a few of the Patriots. Oh yeah. If I say I'm going to go out and meet people, I actually go and do it. This is before lockdown, though.
Oh, was it, babe? Oh, right. Yeah, because I think it'll be nice if, as I said to you before, if when all this subsides, this nonsense lockdown, that the guys and girls that have all met up and had a chinwag on here, we all do some sort of gathering point at a pub and all meet up and have because we'll have such a lot.
Turbo's doing a charity fight thing for different charities and that, and we were going to all be not all of us, but a lot of us are going to be helping out for that. But anyone's welcome to come and watch and raise money for charity. A few of us are going to be doing other things for raising money, like jumping out of planes and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a lot of charity work for the PTSD camp in Bristol. I've got a few ideas about doing that as well. Oh, thank you, Alan, for saying that. It's been hard creating a stress-free room. I mean, it's taken a lot of weeding out certain people, but hopefully it's okay now. Oh, you got diagnosed with PTSD, did you, Tom, in the end? I'm sorry that happened to you, but at least you've got a diagnosis now and you can actually get some help with that, because until you get a diagnosis, there's not really a lot you can do about it. But hopefully you can start to get on top of the condition and plow your way through it. It's not easy. And if anybody tells you it's easy, they're a lying bastard, because it really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Luca. He's saying Vix is the queen. Thank you for that as well.
I think people that say things are easier living in glass houses, it's all too easy to say get over it. And another classic, and it pick yourself up. Like, walk in my shoes and tell me if you can pick yourself up afterwards.
Absolutely.
Well, I would like to actually challenge somebody to actually have gone through half of the things in my life and see how good they'd feel afterwards, just half
Tell
of the
me
stuff.
about it.
Exactly. It's exactly what I've said as well, people. Unless you've walked in someone's shoes, don't pretend you know their life. And don't tell them to pick themselves up, because it's easy.
And that 100%.
I hate it when like counsellors sort of like talk like that as well. And that is why when I was speaking to one of my counsellors the other morning, and because she's noticed my change in the way I'm looking at things now, they've definitely said that they want me to, after my treatment, and I've gone down that road a little bit more, to actually work for them and volunteer for them to actually help the women that have gone through this, because it's happened to me so many times in different areas as well, and different aspects of police investigation and going through the counselling, having highs and lows and all of it. She said I'm in a unique position to be able to help a lot of women that might not even think that treatment might not even be the answer for them. Yeah. They may feel that it will backfire. It's just one of them things, isn't it?
Can I just ask a question to people? I don't know if it's going to be for people that have been diagnosed with emotionally unstable personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. I don't know if there's any going to be on the chat or not, but I was just wondering if there was, how can I say this? Excuse me. Yeah, basically, maybe I shouldn't have. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I don't believe that it should be a diagnosis. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't understand how anyone's personality can be disordered when we all have individual personalities, for a start. Secondly, in America at the moment, they're doing studies on, well, not studies, but they're saying that people with that diagnosis should have been really diagnosed with something like complex post-traumatic stress disorder, because they would have had something happen when they were younger that if they had gone through that as an adult, they would have had the PTSD, and therefore they've not been treated as a child, and then they then have had to deal with all the things going up in life, and then it's all got confusing. Their life's then just been full of uncertainty and trauma and stuff. And also one of the main symptoms, let's say, of it has been the fear of being abandoned or rejected or neglected or whatever. And for somebody, and it's like an irrational fear, but you can guarantee that everyone that's been diagnosed with that, it's not irrational, it's not irrational even. And it's someone that's pretty much, I think it's like 96% of people that have been diagnosed with it have had a damn good reason to feel that will happen, and it's not unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? And that's all I was just wondering. And I think there's going to be a study done over here at some point. So if there is, I'll just wondering if people might click on the link if I found it. That was all.
Morning.
Sorry about that.
Right, Cam, how are you?
I'm all right. It's I think, you know, with all these things with PTSD, anything to do with your mental health, if you have to put it's obviously it's good to get support and that from people, and especially from people that have been there and done it themselves. You if you don't put the work in to get better and manage your mental health, you're never going to win. I've been there, and you know I have, for the things that I know we're all different and we've all had our own experiences, but if you don't fight, you fight your fear. If you don't fight that fear, it'll destroy you. And I was like that for 4 years in my bedroom. I did everything in my bedroom, and I mean everything. If you don't fight out of that hole, you just stay there, and that's just a fact.
I think
People
if you
might
can't
not like
see,
me, people might not like me saying that, but it's true.
I think though, when you don't have anything to fight for, if people can't see what the purpose is, because you've got to think, people like myself, for example, people say, oh, we'll get you better time. Well, better for what? I don't know any different from now. All my life has ever been what it is now. So what am I actually going to achieve? What am I going to be better for? What am I going to get better from? Blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I don't know different.
Have you got, like I've got my brother Dan, who, like, since we lost my parents, he was doing all, like, cooking for me, stuff like that. And if I didn't have him, I wouldn't be where I am now. You know, everybody needs that someone to give him a leg up. And like I said to you, Angela, with that, you know, doing them little walks, and even if you don't have, as long as you have someone with you on the phone, at least there's someone there with you, you know, that knows, because I know how that feels. And I still, don't get me wrong, I still have it of people looking at you. Not as bad as what it was, but it's still there. It never goes away. But you just have to learn to cope with it. I understand. I think they're coping and just staying stagnant though, isn't it? It's like you tread water for so long and then you're like, fuck this. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you swim against the tide, or do you just let go?
It's been amazing though, like for me in the past 6 weeks, how much things have actually changed for me. I've turned 2 corners in 6 weeks, which is amazing for me, because I didn't think it'd be possible to get that much progress in 6 weeks.
But can you remember what happened on Pap's channel?
I do remember that.
That was what you needed to happen for your steps to get where you need to go.
Yeah, it hasn't happened since.
But that's what you know, when I've
the past 2 nights, I've had over 5 hours sleep. I've had no nightmares. I've had no night terrors. So I think the CBD has helped to a degree, but my mindset has changed as well.
I think once you've spoken about things as well, when you speak about things, you make things vocal. I think a lot of it then becomes, you've spoken it, and then it's not something that just continues to go around in your mind, I personally think.
And I've been avoiding certain YouTube channels as well, and certain people which were bringing me down and making me triggered and angry. And I don't need that shit anymore. I've got enough love and that in my life. I don't need any more crap.
Exactly.
And I've not been dealing with anyone's crap, so
I get what you're saying, and like I've always said, you know, like always be very mindful of what you say and what you type, because you don't know where someone is mentally or even physically. But
everyone has to own their own shit though at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like we're all adults at the end of the day, and we all have to own ourselves, and we should be able to say and write what we want to say and write. And if someone's not feeling in a good place, like Vix just said, she avoids certain channels, certain people, because she knows she doesn't want that, she doesn't need that. And so I think as adults we all need to have ownership for that, and think, well, do you know what, if that's making me feel like shit, then I'm not going to go there, I'm not going to go on that channel, or I'm not going to read whatever, blah blah blah. And I think we all as adults need to own that. And I think with all these channels, like I remember I am
I'm still sensitive, but I'm nowhere as sensitive as what I was. And I think some of the chats that you know, people try and pull you down or they say something to you. I know it hurts, but this is just my view on it. It helps you. It just makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And what was I think it was, who just put that comment? GTR Moggy. Not everyone can cope. I'm just saying this from my personal, what happened with me. Everybody knows I lost my dad. That every 20 years on drugs. I've lost both my parents. I found my mum threw herself out of the bedroom window. I had to clean up all the mess when we came back. Don't you think that was rock bottom? I know everyone's different, but that was my
Absolutely,
rock bottom.
100%.
Being in my bedroom, doing everything in my bedroom, hardly went out of my room for 4 years.
It's horrific what you've been
I
through.
can do that, I know probably people have been further down than what I was. I get that.
Each person's problems are their own, aren't they?
Different. I know that, but I'm just trying to illustrate the point that I did it. I was rock bottom, and you know, I'd hate me for saying it. Honestly, I'm not bothered. But I got out of it, so I believe anybody can. You've just got to get the right help.
Yeah,
and that's my view on it. If people don't like that, then that's fair enough.
I think it's at the moment though, getting to the right help is a pain in the arse because it's not happening for a lot of people.
And also, I think there's like things where, like you say, you've been through what you went through, and that's absolutely horrific. It's absolutely awful what you've seen, what you went through. Absolutely, you know, we spoke. I think a lot of times people have been through like nothing. Obviously, I don't know what people have been through, but like say for my personal thing, I've been through abuse from as young as I can remember, and it was like abuse on my person. Do you know what I mean? Like for myself, my body, my body, and my mind, and it's like from day dot, from as young as I can remember, my body was used and abused by men all the way up till I was pregnant with Ali, and then after having Ali and she was old enough, she was doing her own thing, I then went into a relationship where it all happened again. So it's kind of, I've seen things like I saw my mum die, I've seen horrific things happen with my eyes, but to have things done to my physical body as well, it's like, it's one of them things which you can't kind of just necessarily just get up from. Do you know what I mean? It's like, they say, don't they, even hell's comfy when you're there long enough. But it's kind of, don't get me wrong, I'm in a much better place now than what I was 5 years ago, 100%. Like, but that again is through help that I've had from a psychiatrist, which is amazing. So, and I agree with you.
At least you've seen a shrink, though.
Pardon?
I haven't gone that far yet, and I really need to.
But you see, I've had to pay for that though, Joe, because the NHS are just wank. They're wank, simple, wank. NHS are shit, wank, bollocks, full of shit. They're just wankers. So I've had to pay for mine. And you know what though? I would pay for him every single, I'd pay him, like, you saved my life. You can't put a price on that. And he is amazing. So
GTR, I'm saying that it is, in my experience with what's happened to me, and you're saying that, and I'm sorry that you're going through what you are. I mean, if we all talk together, we can help each other. I 100% believe that. My mother was very obsessed with cleaning all her life, and she didn't reach out and get help. And what happened to my mum? She took her own life because she couldn't cope with it. You know, I do get what you're saying, but I think people have to reach out to get the help.
I think
I'm looking into asking different people about their problems, and I'm just gonna, like Angela, I think I'll speak to you offline about it, doing these little courses to understand other people's experiences, so I know more about it and a better way to speak, because my vocabulary is awful. You know,
no, it's not.
It is. You know, just saying that annoys me that you say that. I think it's good, because it's not.
Of course, it's fine. It's you, and that should be good enough. And don't ever think it's not.
It's like when Vix used to always say that. Anyhow, I'm going on about myself, but like I say,
It don't matter.
It's fine.
This
You
is
can
this
say
for me,
anything you want.
This online stuff for me is like I was just going to ask you there, Angela, with you, you know, how long you've been online and coming on these streams, has it helped you in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's been times when it hasn't. It's absolutely pushed me to the point. You know, you know that yourself, don't you? You know it has, and it's pushed me to the point where at the very beginning I was at that point where I really did try to hurt myself, and so. But now I'm just, again, I've had to learn to. It's like adapting, I think, isn't it, to different situations? It's like before it's adapting to the whole.
Oh, it's just
social side of it.
Tom, he's still having nightmares and not much these days, but you still get them. And then he said there are some really vindictive and nasty people and nasty channels on YouTube. And that how long has this been happening to you, Tom? And what kind of position are you in now?
Noticed.
Yeah, because I'd say with like I've had, you know, them dreams where you wake up and you're crying your eyes out, and I think that we've like on you. I don't know how long you've been having them for, Tom, but I've had them for years, and being on YouTube, staying up late on these lives and going to bed, and then because all the things that have happened and what things have been said on YouTube, they're still on your mind when you go to bed, and then you get these not nice dreams. And that, like I just said, that's me again. That's just me personally. That's all. You know, I'm just saying it from my point of view. That's all. You know, that's why I keep saying we've all got our different experiences, and we can help one another. Because I think people that have been there and done it themselves, or even if they can just come on and talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's a lot better.
GTR, if you want to reach out, you know, you've got my email, and that you've got Turbo's as well, because we've gone through different sort of aspects of different things. I mean, I've been dealing with trauma since the age of 11.
Have you
on different aspects of things? So I've got a vast amount of knowledge and things. So I might be able to help. I might not be, but I might be able to put you into somebody that can help you a lot. So it's always worth it.
Me, GTR was I reached out to Mind. It's a charitable place, isn't it?
They're fabulous.
And,
they are actually.
The first one I saw, it was through somebody else, a lad who I knew, introduced me to this counsellor, and then she took my name and that, and then gave me a call. And then luckily, the first person that I saw, I sort of really had a click with her, and she'd been there herself. And I still see. Well, I don't see her now. I speak to her on the phone, and it's took me 4 years to sort it out. You know, from stopping drinking and stopping drugs. So I'd reach out, and I'd if you've got an email have you got an email on your channel, and I could send you a couple of numbers and that to ring, and I'll find out. There was this charity that I rang that was it's a non-profitable charity, and the fella that I spoke to on there was probably, you know, because with some of them like drug counsellors and mental health workers, that they can only say so much.
Yeah, they can.
And then
they're not actually allowed to say a lot. They're very limited.
I think the thing with
counsellors, can and can't say.
Counsellors can only counsellors can't ever advise you on what to do. They can only sit there and listen, and they can
give you different scenarios of what to do, but they can't give you actual advice because it's not in their remit. They've already told me that.
Whereas
it's very
psychologists are different. Psychologists can give you understanding of why you think that way, and and psychiatrists can, and ways to try and change that thinking and try and gain some understanding of why you think that way. Whereas counsellors aren't able to do that in that respect. They can try and help you and support you, and they sit there basically and to listen to you and to allow you to have that voice, and also they validate you, I think, more than anything. And that's I think what everyone needs, is to feel validated
and listen to.
Yeah. And
Most
not feel judged,
listened to.
and interrupted, or like
they never
in the
judge
sense of,
you.
like,
But saying that though,
some people do though.
When I had my first lot of counselling, when I was raped the second time, when that counsellor turned around and said I asked for it and it was my fault. Now that could have been so devastating if I'd have been in that mindset of being suicidal. Because I wasn't in that mindset. I was very angry. But if I had been in the other frame of mind, that could have been devastating to me, like those kinds of comments, because she had no fucking thing about saying that kind of thing to me. She got sacked afterwards, mind you, but that's not the point. You don't go around saying to rape victims that they actually asked for it. Just because it was my ex-boyfriend doesn't mean to say that I asked him to rape me.
Oh, well, that's what the police say to me, innit? So it's like, well, not that I asked for it, but yeah, well, then again, did they? They're just dickheads. So.
Yeah, they are. You're right, JJ. I didn't even see you in here. I'm sorry, darling.
I saw him.
Bloody comments.
I saw him, Vic. But do you know what I mean? I was like, hi. Me. Pablo, what are you doing? Get away from me.
Well, it's because I've been in StreamYards and not in YouTube. That's probably why. Because I'm normally sitting YouTube and
send you a lot of love, Tom. Send you a lot of love, fella.
Yeah, I mean, he's been coming in here a little bit, and I've been getting more and more of his story, and
wells you up, doesn't it?
It does.
Wow. It's like, you know, like when I first went on Rob's live, not his live, I mean his channel, his chat, you know, and how far I've come, you know, from there. Yeah. So being on YouTube has helped me tremendously.
Yeah,
it really has.
And even you talking to me certain times has helped me. So I would listen to people, but don't take everything that people say. Take a different amount of people's opinions and see what fits into your own life, and try and work it out like that for yourself. Because until you do work out what's in your own mindset, you can't change, and you need to be able to change that.
Yeah, GTR. I remember in my before. Well, it was when after the first lockdown. I think it was during summer. Went to one of these mental health sessions, and there's about 5 or 6 people. And then the counsellor said about mindfulness, and I was like, "Well, what's that?" I didn't have a clue what it was. And she said, "Just pretend you've got an apple in your hand, and put it in. Reach your arm out." And just pretend you've got an apple or something in your hand, and just move it really, really slowly, and just focus on your hand and the apple, and just move it very slowly. And you do it, your mind, everything in your mind just focuses on this thing in your hand. You should give it a try. Look up mindfulness. It does help. It does take your mind off something. And, honestly, really look it up. Just give it a try, honestly.
Yed's Topper, she did really say that, and she was a right bitch. I don't like saying that word often, but she was a right bitch about it. And I just threw her out my house. She's lucky the window weren't open, because I would have thrown her out the window. I was that angry. But for counsellors to turn around and say that, for rape counsellors to turn around and say that, was disgusting. So when I felt that I needed it this time around, I'm thinking, well, am I going to go through the same thing? And when I had my assessment and I mentioned it, they said, absolutely not, we would never speak to you that way. Like I say, contact me anytime, and we will sit down and talk about it. And like I say, if I can help you, I will. If I can't, I'll put you in touch with people that can, and certainly you'll get some proper help.
Yeah, give it a try. I'd tell anyone to give that mindfulness a try. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. You know, and because everybody else had finished before me. It was real weird, you know. I think, yeah, it's good though. It really is good. I don't know if Danny's put it up yet. I just made a video in the garden, It'll only be a few minutes long, but it's just it might put a smile on someone's face, and that's what I'm about doing. So be sure to go over there and have a look.
What kind of video is it then, or do we have to like guess, or is it surprise?
Can I just say,
like that is it? Well, okay.
That link I've just put in is for it's a mental health charity for men. Just saying.
You're a good lass, Ange.
I know.
I know that. But,
I know. I'm only kidding.
This is a thing now as well, that after a certain time I do not have my computer on, unless I go over to Upstates, of course, because it's on American time. But come off of YouTube.
I really like
Come on then.
So do I. It's helped me out a lot. I sometimes go over to Facebook and talk to mates over there, but we don't talk about things online. We talk about actual life and things like that, and have a laugh. And since then, I've been a lot happier for it, you know. Which I think is important, but not everything is about YouTube. Definitely not.
Oh dear.
What's making you chuckle, Moggy?
No, GTR, because he just put in the chat. I'll tell you a little story. So Moggy was my 100th subscriber.
Oh, can someone put GTR's thingy in?
Oh, that's nice, Marie. Marie's saying, "I eat better. Thank you for this live." Oh, you're welcome. Hopefully we'll have many more like this, because I've been speaking to Turbo, and because a lot of people were sort of like asking us to do more, because Sundays wasn't enough, one day a week. So now we're going to be doing it on a Sunday and a Wednesday permanently, and I'm going to be doing like joint lives here and there, like with Angela or with Jamie, or even with Tony, even, so we can talk about different stuff and mental health and everything else, but cover a lot more things. Upstate's going to be coming over here a lot more, and some of the other Americans that are veterans as well. The Patriots are going to be coming over here as well, discussing different things. So it's not all going to be about doom and gloom and mental health. It's going to be a lot of different stuff being talked about, which is important for the whole country, you know. And I think everybody will be able to get something from it, and it will be trollless as well, because I've been going to be getting a lot more mods that are going to be coming over from Upstate's channel, which do not take any bullshit that we've been discussing, and we discussed it last night. And I think we do need the world of good having him over here a lot more, because of what I've learned in just a few times I've spoken to him. He's a wealth of knowledge. You know, people think that, oh my God, he's a stupid pothead. Big deal, he smokes pot. Doesn't mean he hasn't got a brain.
La?
He's been, you know, in the army for years. He served his country. He's a lovely man. He knows a lot about a lot of things, and he talks a lot of sense. What's wrong with that? Just because he smokes weed, he should be ignored? Bullshit. He actually talks a lot more sense than all the government officials that I've actually bumped into.
Get out of my pub. That's what she said, isn't it? Get out of my pub. Sorry.
You guys taking the piss out of my accent or something?
No, we're talking about EastEnders.
I did my first live yesterday.
I know, and I missed it. Bloody hell. I've just been on your channel.
Do you know what?
You didn't actually say you was going on live, did you? So you can't exactly blame us for that.
I can't believe how many dislikes I got. It was funny.
It's crazy though, isn't it? Like you said, I saw you say that in the cafe. I was like, what? Why would people go out of the way and do that? They're just dickheads, aren't they?
I think I had 2 or 3 dislikes before I even started the live today. I mean,
anyone can do what they want online. You know, it just reflects them, doesn't it?
How on earth can people put up dislikes when you haven't even said anything yet? It's like, for fuck's sake. People
Like
are so stupid.
I don't get in, you know, like we all know that, you know, people go for other people, and with
Oh, we
doing
know
that,
that. Of
we
course,
know
I know
it
that.
causes drama, and that's how it, and it does. We all know drama builds channels. We know it does. But I don't get in. Like I'll speak to what I want online, and if people hate me for doing that, then that's fair enough. But you know, and I think you all know that I'm friendly with everyone. You know, that's just who I am. You know, people have issues with other people, and that's them, isn't it?
That's what I think. You know, I just think I go into random channels. I had the most traumatic night the other night. Well, I had 2 traumatic nights consecutively. I don't think I've ever used the word consecutively in a sentence in my life ever till this very point. So I'm proud of myself, just saying. And anyway, right, one night I went into one person's channel who I'd never even known they were doing a quiz. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Didn't recognise anybody, and I just popped in, said hello in the chat. I felt like I was an imported coffee bean because I had no idea what the hell was going on. And then they were from a different society completely. There were these people that go around looking at old buildings and stuff in abandoned places in the UK. I was like, wow, what's going on here? And
Hi, Harmony. How are you,
I was
darling?
like, oh my God, really freaking out. Yeah.
DJ, can I put Watch Me Do This's link in the chat?
Of course, I like Watch Me Do This. You know that. Well, we're okay at the moment. He came in the other day and we were having a chat.
But anyway, I traded my wild boar for some firewood because I felt like it was the beginning of civilization and I met another tribe. It was quite good. And then the following night, I thought Tony was dead.
Yeah,
that was
she
horrific.
did actually.
Oh.
Moggy, this is funny. She didn't actually press play on her phone, and we were talking to each other on the phone at the time. And of course, I knew he was okay because I had my volume down. And
I didn't.
Because Angela was a little bit stoned, and I thought, no, I had to put my head in my pillow because she could hear me laughing otherwise. I was like, how long can I keep this going for?
The head in the pillow.
No, I had to because she was saying, "Oh, Vix, he's mugging out. He's dead. Vix, help him. Go find him." And I'm like, shit.
It was awful, isn't it?
Have you ever known this? I spoke to the doctor earlier on, and you know, like this, Vix. I was, when I was waking up in the morning, straight away, I had loads of phlegm on my throat.
I remember that because
I
kept on telling you to take your medication. I'm glad you're getting better.
And I told the doctor this morning, and she wants me, and about my heel as well, because it's not.
How's that doing?
Because you have to walk, don't you? So
of course you do.
It starts healing, but as soon as I get up, I have to walk. So it's never really. It's always ends up bleeding, and then my sock sticks to it. So I've got to go in. But this is what I want to ask: do you know of any doctors asking you to? They want my phlegm, and they want to see if anything grows on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought that was a bit weird. I've never heard of that before.
It's a bit weird. But where are you supposed to put the phlegm, and how are you supposed to store it, and all of that?
Is it a petri dish or something like that?
Yeah.
A petri dish. Where the hell are you supposed to get a petri dish from? You don't exactly have one lying around your house, do you?
No.
They'll give it you, won't they?
Yeah. As soon as you ring the doctors, the first thing that comes on is an automated voice going on about the vaccine, and you have to wear a mask when you go into the doctors, or you're not allowed in. Oh,
I cannot believe how they blackmailed Turbo into having that shot, though. That is out of order. It's saying to a cancer victim, "Oh, we're going to stop your treatment unless you have the vaccine." What wankers! I'm sorry, but that is out of order. Turbo had to have his vaccine because they threatened to withdraw his treatment. So he didn't have a choice in the matter. He had to have the vaccine, otherwise he would have stopped his treatment. I think that's absolutely illegal and out of order.
I think I've got my own opinions on the vaccine, but yeah.
Well, this is what we were talking about today. So what are your opinions on the vax? Because we were talking
My
about
opinion?
it earlier. Yeah.
I think because it doesn't say vaccine on the box, I think that kind of baffles my mind. Secondly, I'm going to have it because I don't believe it's got all these things in that they say it's got in.
I agree to disagree there, because I'll show you the video I was sent. It does have the things that they say.
Have you seen that video of that lady? I think she's in her 30s or 40s, and it was her son who put the video out. And she'd had the vaccine, and within minutes, her whole body was shaking.
Shit.
I think we can all have though, like anaphylactic shock from anything. Like people have anaphylactic shock to fish oil. Do you know what I mean? It's like everyone can have a reaction to stuff like that. But
you don't have to talk to me about reactions. I had one on my bloody live stream recently, didn't I?
That's what I'm saying though. But that was from an already tested, been that out medication for like God knows how long, and your doctor should have sent off a red card for that purpose. I don't know if they did or not. But it's like, I don't know. I just think for us to get anywhere get out of any of this now, I just think we're going to have, I'm going to have to, but I think, fuck it, just get it. I'm not going to die from it. So just have it. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to put a chip in me. It's not going to do nothing like that dodgy TV. And if they want to inject some dodgy fucking cell into me, let them do it. I'm not bothered. It's not going to do nothing to my DNA.
I was going to ask with this channel more quickly.
If these vaccines were about, because a lot of people say when people have the vaccine, they're going to turn 5G on, and then that's going to dumb people down. But don't you think that computer games has like stopped people? Like when we were kids, we used to go out, play football, play block, play Kirby, play things like that. You don't see people doing that anymore because they're in the house playing the games.
Exactly.
That's dumbing people down in itself.
Well, obviously, but then
vaccines always give you a small dose of actually what it's against.
Tom, the link I've just put up is from your Sounds of this channel, by the way. Sorry, Moggy.
No, it's all right.
Thanks,
I was going to ask Paul, this Iron Wolf, what's he all about?
I've just looked. He must be like a bodybuilder or something, about like fitness and stuff like that.
So he's doing a little bit like Turbo's doing it.
Massive.
Well, if he's a veteran, then I will sub to that channel, because I'm all about veterans. Yep, I will do that right now.
Paul said he was a Marine.
No, he's still a serving Marine. He's still one now.
Oh, is he?
Yep, it's saying it on the screen. I've linked it up to the screen for you.
No, I respect anyone that can do that. I wish it was done, because I think it teaches people discipline.
Oh, without a doubt.
And the other ways, like I think national service should be a thing again.
I do.
Oh, he's talking about the Navy SEALs in here. Nice.
Do you know what, on my mind then I thought about Navy Blue SEALs. I'm so sorry, even though I knew exactly what you were talking about, but just to let you know how my brain works.
A lot of respect for the SEALs. My goodness me, the amount of training.
No, I love SEALs too.
Navy SEAls.
Not the Navy SEAls.
Me too, Maggie.
Hey, seals are fairy, aren't they?
No.
Aren't they?
No.
No, they go in the water, mate.
They've got blubber on them.
And
they look like there's always been a couple on the beach.
No, you've got a couple of breeds that have got that on them, but majority of them, no.
No, I'm Googling this.
Like there was a lot of
fur seals. Yeah, you can.
Some of them have got fur.
There was a lot
but most of them don't.
There was five big whales that had washed up on the beach, sadly, and
I know you said that made me cry.
And then there was another one that was a lot bigger, and Dan saw it, and he said it must have been about 5 foot tall. From the sand to the top of it. He said it was absolute, and then there was people there that they had to take the breakwaters down to get, to take it away. There was these massive diggers and trucks and things to get rid of it. It's a really sad sight to see.
If those seals have any
awful
of the
thing to
9
see.
species of pinnipeds belonging to the
Seals
subfamily,
are the equivalent to our SAS. Yep, you're right, Steve.
they're much more closely related to sea lions than the true seals, and share with them the external ears. Wow, relatively long and muscular flippers, and the ability to walk on all fours. You fucking what?
I love seals. They're the best.
We're gonna have them walking around the street soon. Good lord!
I used to remember as a kid, you know, that the Sea World in America.
Yeah, fabulous place.
You know, I used to always want to go there, and then but as I got older, I used to think, why do they have animals like that locked up in such a small place when they should be free out in the sea?
Exactly.
I know, it's sad.
You know,
that's how I feel about it too.
I mean, I'd never ever pay money to go. Even if it was free.
Good. It was good
if
to
it was
go.
free, I wouldn't go.
I've had the sea lions and stuff there,
right doing
and
that at all.
the whales and the dolphins. It was good, but I agree. But the thing is, though, I think they've been in captivity for so long, they don't know any different, do they? But I think, yeah, there is that moral side of it, isn't it? I guess I'm not saying it's right, obviously, but free willy and all that.
What kind
Free
of chef
willy.
harmony? Oh please, you, for goodness sake!
Is it free on the loose, or is it just free?
It's on the loose. I ain't got no on.
Definitely, Shamu soaked me. Luca, it did.
Thanks, Cam, for the information. We were going to have visions of that all day. Thank you for that.
We can have visions of it all day long.
I missed that.
What's about thinking about it?
He's saying he's naked right now.
So literally, he's got a free willy. Wow.
Yeah.
Swing low.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Sorry. Special boat service. Yeah, but Shamu soaked me. He did. What was I Googling? I don't even know what I was Googling.
You're Googling about seals, weren't you, darling?
Yeah, but before that, I was Googling something else. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know what you were Googling.
I don't know either.
The other day, it was weapons of mass destruction, wasn't it? You were looking at about different weapons. Yes, you met. Yeah,
I still never found that. You know, I still haven't found that. It's in my pictures somewhere on my phone.
I'm sure they are.
No, I'm not even joking, man. No, honestly, they're in my photos, and you know, because when a guy sends you pictures
see you later,
like that,
Cam, and thanks for jumping on, darling.
Where's it gone? That is it.
He's doing his surprise garden video. So you done your garden video in your birthday suit. That's why it's a surprise, is it?
Well, I don't know, with it being so cold, it might look like a clitoris. I'm so sorry. I can't believe that came out of my mouth.
Angela!
I'm so sorry about
that. That's all right, but that's unlike you to come out of things like that.
You know what I mean?
Head chef, okay.
Pardon?
Oh, DJ Heaven's saying about he used to be a chef. I don't think there's anything about used to. Once you're a chef, you're always one, aren't you? I mean, I don't know whether that is the case, but it's the same if you say you're a Marine. You never leave the Marines. Even if you retire, you're still a Marine. I would have thought that's the same thing for chefs and things like that. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I can't believe that came out of my mouth. I'm just shocked.
Does anyone else want to jump on and say anything about either the vaccine, what they think about it, and I'm sure that he heard the word clitoris and thought, I'll come back.
I was like, oh no. No, I was Googling something. I can't remember what it was.
And I would say that after the other day review and your search of your weapons of mass destruction, you want Angela to call you, or you want me to call you? It wouldn't be a bit specific because there's 2 females on this panel, so. But we're not gonna double team you.
I beg your pardon.
You heard me.
I don't do nothing like that. I'm an angel, mate.
Bullshit.
I am. That's why I have to block people that send me weapons. Like, I'm not even kidding, right? This guy that sent me a picture, I was horrified. I'm not even joking. It was like to his knees. I was like, Jesus Christ. And then next minute, it might as well have been up to his chest. I was like, Jesus Christ almighty. I had to contact the government and let them know there was someone with a weapon of mass destruction in the country that needed a license.
Hang on a minute. Luca, what on earth do you mean by that? You could do Vix. Explain, please, because that's a bit vague and a bit rude.
I know.
Wow.
I am shocked, DJ Heaven.
I can't believe I just read that, Con. I thought, that's a bit vague. You want to explain that, Luca, for fuck's sake?
And then again, you were talking about pricks in the arse the other day, so...
Well, I'd need your number first, Heaven, so I don't have that, so...
Here in heaven.
Oh, my God.
If I saw you in heaven...
You're not making this any easier, Angela. Oh, for fuck's sake. You said double team, Vix. You said you couldn't.
I said I couldn't. Victor's all up for it.
No, I said we're not going to double. I said we are not going to double team you. I said not that we are. Fuck's sake. You guys are perverts.
I am most definitely not one of them. Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, I've double teamed some people on the phone. On the phone, guys. Not like that, but in the past. But no.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Cam wouldn't be able to handle that? My God. That'd be way too much for him to handle.
Exactly, Scott. I'll be left in purgatory. I won't really, because I'm a good person.
Your mistake. Yeah, right. You did that deliberately, Luca. I know your game. No, it's all right. I've got a good sense of humour. I didn't take you literally.
Ooh.
Angela might have done, but I didn't. I know you're only messing about. I'm sure Cam knows you're messing about as well. I hope he does anyway. Fucking hell. Oh, dear me. Right, what were we talking about? Because I fucking forgot.
I'm not sure.
You guys are something else today. Putting me on my mind on a different tangent now. It's like it wasn't a good place. Now it's in the bloody gutter again.
Good Lord.
So it doesn't take a lot, does it? You know.
A thing on article saying Lady Britain claims Scotland Yard has a culture of cover-up. Lord Britain's widow accused the service of lacking a moral spine.
Paul, would you like to know? She was shown a lot of weapons recently. That's why she calls them weapons of mass destruction.
They were horrific. I literally had to call the Home Office. I felt like I had to anyway. I didn't really do it, but they scared me. People like that can't be sending me stuff like that. I'm not even kidding. Scarred my eyes, they did. And they expected me to reply and meet them. I think fucking not. No, hell no, man. Hell no. And then I block them on one thing and they pop up on another. Quite literally pop up on another.
Pop up on another.
Literally, like, block them on WhatsApp. They pop up on Snapchat. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Help me. Literally. I shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain, but that was the time when I needed to. Ask for his help, that is, not use his name in vain. It was good Lord.
But well, what can you do, really? When people send you pictures like that, it's like, what the fuck, you know?
Terrified me.
Well, you terrified me the other day when you were talking about it.
I don't know if I've deleted them. I'm going to see if I can find them on my other phone. Because when I was looking at these pictures on here, let me find my Google picture drive thingy. My Google photos. I don't know how I'd search them. Search. Skin. That sounds bad, doesn't it? I've got too many pictures on my phone.
Pop up again, I'm sure. What can you do though? It's like terrible, isn't it? Ah, it's a bit of a hint for Cam's video. It's just come up on my phone. Miniature snowman. Nice.
Miniature snowman. You're Josh. Oh dear. I've got so much random stuff on my like backed up onto my Google picture things from Snapchat because I'm such a dickhead. Like, but I make myself laugh, so I don't care that I'm a dickhead because I'm rather funny, especially on Snapchat. I laugh a lot.
What do you mean, David? What site do you go on? I get cute doggies and cats. Oh, you mean about Angie? Oh, right, I get you. Sorry. My bad. No. I don't think the search is actually going on, but people just keep on sending her weird stuff, I think.
Weird stuff? It's a penis.
I know, but they're not normal, though, are they?
No, they're not. They're massive. They're not necessary. I'm telling you.
Not
They're
necessary.
huge. They shouldn't be allowed to walk around with things like that.
Oh,
They
my
should be like,
goodness.
you should have at least a license for stuff like that. It's not okay. You could go with a public health warning or something. They shouldn't just be allowed to send pictures like it because it's scarred my eyeballs. Honestly, it really did. It's like, horrifying. Oh, who's ringing me now? Really? Ali, why would you try and ring me when you know I'm on here? I'm not having that. No.
It's terrible, isn't it? Like, people always ring you when you're on a live stream.
Do you know what I mean? She's been here. She knows what I'm doing. And so, what does she do? Ring me.
Maybe
Right
she's found your weapons of mass destruction for you and she's helping
bloody
you
hope
out.
not. Bloody hope she's not. She's gone boots. Then again, I'm going to find it to try and show you guys. Someone will be on there going, I don't know that. If Jerry Helmet was on here, he'd be like, I know that. I know him. I wonder if I deleted it for God. Might have done.
No harm, no foul then, is there really? Did you really want to see that again? I'd much rather...
Oh my God, this child.
I would much rather see normal sized than things like that, to be fair, but I don't know. At least then you're not going to have nightmares about things like that, are you?
Me?
Well, anybody, for that matter.
Yeah.
It's all right if you've had like 10 kids and that you're not going to feel it, are you? But if you're like a normal person...
Jim, I'm not going to lie, yeah? He could have given birth to a rhinoceros, mate, and I'm telling you, you'd still hear it, feel it.
Hear it?
Jesus Christ, it was huge. I'm not even going to lie. Terrifying.
I'd have to take your word for it because obviously I haven't seen the proof. Not that I'd really want to, but
I'm trying to find it, I am.
How are you, David? Anyway, is your pain any better, darling? How are your chickens doing? Yeah, I remember you were talking about them, I think in Wellhungs, that they've got a bird flu or something or other that you're having to deal with. Is that all gone now, or are you still dealing with that?
Babe, I'm going for a wee and I'm coming back, but I'm just going to come off here for 1 sec.
Well, you're not going to have a pee on a live stream, are you? I mean, that's a bit extreme.
Well, it is, yeah, I know. But I'm coming off live stream for a minute and then I'll come back on you.
That's fine.
Lovely. See you in a minute.
All right. Oh dear, what a day. So, any of you guys doing anything exciting today apart from going out in the snow, or they still have to be caged? Oh, that's horrible. It's not very nice having to be caged at the best of times, but so you've got quite a few of them, haven't you, David? Because I don't know whether you know of oh, what's his name? I've forgotten it. His name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of his bloody name. It'll come to me in a minute. But he has chickens and that. He's got a wife called Gemma, and he's got a channel. I can't think of it right now. John Morris's channel, and he's got chickens. You might want to talk to him and see if one of your ducks died. I'm sorry about that as well. That's horrible. Because on his channel, one of his birds was killed by one of the others or something, but that was pretty brutal. You might want to talk to him because he loves his chickens and that. It's another person who has chickens that you might get on with. You're still falling to bits still. I'm sorry to hear that as well, darling. And it's horrible, like when you wake up every day and you're in a lot of pain and there's not a lot you can do about it. That's why hopefully when I go on to this new cocktail of THC and that will actually help me and make me feel a lot better, so I can come off of all my pharmaceutical crap that I'm on, which would be quite nice for me. And I still feel normal. I start to feel normal again. Is there any more of you out there that are thinking of having the vaccine that you're not sure about it? Because I'm in two minds myself. I don't know whether to or not. Yeah, it's true though. I think we all pray for things like that, but everybody else, it's one of those things, isn't it, you know? Does anybody want any of their channels plugged as well whilst I'm still on stream? Well, no, we're not talking about oh, yours, of course, LT. Just trying to remember where I put yours. If you want to jump on quickly and put it in the actual private chat, and I can do it that way if you want. Or is it just LT Man? Is that what it is on your YouTube? Actually, there's probably one easy way of doing this. To do this, right? Now you're a mod, LT. You can do it yourself. That might be easier. Hiya, JJ. How are you, darling? It's nice to hear from you the other day. Well, it was Sophie actually. Right. Okay, I'll do that for you now. I'll plug it for you right now. But you can stay and be a mod anyway, LT, because of the fact that you helped me out. I've just subbed to you as well, by the way. Right. Here we go. Like I said before, LT has got a lot of knowledge about CBD oils, treatments and things like that, PTSD. He's a wealth of knowledge. No, I've plugged the channel now, so now I actually know, because I'm a mod on quite a few channels. I'll be putting it out there for you whenever I'm on and that, because like I said, you helped me out a lot last night for your kindness and what you said and how you said it, because it's the same with Upstate as well. Both of you together have changed the way I'm looking at a lot of things, and I think if we get enough people that are very like-minded like you are, we can get them in one place. A lot of it will come together, and we can start doing a few live streams where we can get the knowledge out there to the right people and help a hell of a lot of people. It's not just veterans that have PTSD, obviously, but this channel does help a lot of veterans, obviously, and I support a lot of veterans charities. So when I'm going to be going up there to get footage and things like that, I can share the information as well, which would be quite good. Which is what I think you want out here at the end of the day, to help as many veterans and civilians as you possibly can. Hi, Sasha. You're having a break for a while. Are you okay, darling, or something happened? Hopefully you won't be away too long, darling, because we will miss you. You're a lovely person, and I don't think people say that enough to people. People are always so willing to point out the bad stuff about people, but not so much about the good stuff, you know? Oh, I know it is, LT. You were saying that last night, and I think that's the whole point, that you helped your daughter because that makes it personal to you. But then because it is personal to you, then people won't see it as you're out there just trying to con people. Not that you are. That came out a bit wrong because I'm very blunt and I should be a bit mindful of what I'm saying, but I know what I meant. You're a very honest, natural father that cares about his daughter and would do anything to help her, and you did do something to help her, and now you've actually done that for her and you want to continue doing it for other people. Shows exactly who you are as a person. I wouldn't be saying that if I didn't believe it with all my, and I don't think Upstate would say these kinds of things either. Well, you have to get used to us, LT. Us Brits are a lot like that, and we do show our love and support and that, and like I said, I will be coming over to Upstates a lot more because I do like his channel, and he makes me laugh in a lot of ways as well, and he talks a lot of sense. And like I say, a lot of his people are coming over here, so I think it's good to mix up the Americans and the Brits a bit, because we can learn a lot from each other, because we do have a different way of life and customs and the way we are and think and things like that. And I think that's important, especially in this day and age, that we all stick together and there isn't a big divide with everything that's going on. If people can get enough knowledge out there and get enough from it, and people can start getting their minds healthier with a lot of things. Obviously getting treatment is important, but even trying like CBD oil or something like it that might actually help you. I'll put that comment on the screen, LT, so that people can actually read it. Yeah, LT was talking about this last night on Upstate's channel, and I watched a bit of it back this morning. It's actually his stream from last night. So if you go over to Upstate's channel, you'll be able to see what LT was saying about his daughter and that, and it's quite informative. You might want to go check that out. I think I've got Upstate's channel on here somewhere. I did have it, but yeah, I've got it. Right, this is the actual stream that we're talking about, and then you'll be able to subscribe to Upstate at the same time. But that is a stream where LT's talking about his daughter and that, and it's a very good stream, very funny in a lot of places as well. A lot of you probably weed smokers, you would find that very funny with a few of the guests that were on there. I was rolling around in stitches, it had me going. Mind you, that's not really saying much because I do laugh quite a lot anyway, but I was going to say that too, Mark. Mark Sweeney's been putting out quite a few good videos lately, which is quite a good thing to see. Yeah, I know that, Scott. Can we keep the chat a little bit light-hearted though, darling? I don't want to like turn it into a dark chat, please, if that's all right. There's too much darkness going on in this world right now without being reminded every like 2 minutes or so, you know. I didn't mean that at you. I meant in general. You actually coming back on, Angela, or have you like given up? Because if you've like given up, then I will end the stream. It's like we've been going now for 3 hours and 40 minutes nearly. If nobody wants to jump on and Angela's not coming back on, I'll end the stream. Right, okay. I'll end the stream then if that's okay with people, because then I can go and get some food, which I haven't eaten yet this morning, so, or this afternoon now, unfortunately. And you guys have been real, and it's been nice talking to you all, and it's been a real good chat as well, and it's been nice getting differences of opinion about the vaccine and that. And Turbo and I be on jointly on Sunday, but I'll probably be doing a joint live between now and then, either with Jamie or Angela. Are you off to work, are you, LT? Nice one for today. I wasn't actually expecting you to come in today, but it's been nice seeing you, and we definitely have to sort out a stream where we're all talking about, I mean, obviously a better time for you, and Upstate can come over and that, and it should be a good laugh, but also a seriousness side of it too. I don't see why we can't do both, you know. Well, you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will speak to you when I speak to you next. Have a good one, guys. Take care and be good to each other.